What is up, everyone? I am Chris Knight, and this is The Real Review 3000. I want to thank you guys that have come and watched a bunch of these shows. The Weekly Rumble was an interesting beginning. It was something that I had designed for me and another person to do because we were quite talkative. And I felt that it would be interesting to see what it would be about, like, to talk about topics and then be timed on it. It was an idea, and as I sat there and I was talking with this other person about it, they were on board. They were like, yeah, that sounds really cool. And one thing led to another. We just never got together on it because time, our schedules, all that stuff. So I came up with a much grandiose or more grandiose idea, which was now called the Weekly Rumble, which is 4 YouTubers coming in, giving me questions, and then stating their opinion on those questions. And originally we came up with the idea that it was just going to be for fun, points taken, given away, fun. No real winner. You guys might know Mad Mardigan. Mad Mardigan has been on this show many times, and he says the official 5-time champion. That's self-proclaimed, I guess, but we've had lots of fun, lots of different people, lots of poking at all the cool stuff. And really, I just wanted to thank everybody who's here tonight, everybody that's on the show tonight. I want to thank them because this has become so much bigger than I could have hoped for. And I hope it gets bigger, and I can't wait to see what happens after the Tournament of Champions. So, the Tournament of Champions is tonight, round 1. We have 4 great YouTubers here. They'll explain who they are here in just a minute. And then next week, we will be doing round 2, and then the top 2 people from each one of these shows will go on for the top 4 in the finale, and we will finally crown the ultimate champion of the Weekly Rumble, at least the first ultimate champion. And I don't know, just because I said. Sorry, I was answering a private chat. But guys, thank you for being here. And you know what? Let's do this. It is the Tournament of Champions of the Weekly Rumble.
Broadcasting live in 185 countries, 6 3/4 continents, on the International Space Station, and carried on both Voyager Golden records. It's the Weekly Rumble, where we place 4 YouTubers in a cage with a live lion. Oh wait, that's not how this works? The Weekly Rumble, where we pit the wits and opinions of 4 YouTubers against each other. Well, Chris Knight dishes out the points, or takes them away. Without further BS, here is your host, Chris Knight.
Yes, I just had to do that. I had to say that stuff. Guys, welcome to round 1 of the Tournament of Champions. You 4 have been hand-chosen because you either gave the best bullshit or you actually won by points.
Can I just say the guy who voiced you here at the beginning of this show, god damn, that's sexy.
It is.
And I'm glad you said you wanted to say something, because I wanted to say something too.
I was just about to say the same thing, Ords.
You said we have 4 great YouTubers. No. We have 3 great YouTubers and 1 god YouTuber.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. I know.
No,
yeah, that's very nice of you to say about me. I appreciate that. That's very nice.
If I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna say we have 5 gods on the panel today.
No doubt. No doubt.
This is the Mount Olympus of YouTube shows tonight.
Yes, it is. Which I am.
All right.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I know. All right, so this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna let you guys tell everybody about yourselves. And do that while I tweet this thing out again and put it in Discord and do all that stuff. So we'll go Ords, JJ, Onzo, then LDG, okay? Nice. Ords, tell everybody about yourself and where you can be found and what you've been up to.
Well, This week, a whole lot of nothing. I've actually been working on an intro for Sunday night, but my name's Ords. You guys can find me here in the boardroom on youtube.com/Ords Bored. We're doing pop culture news and commentary during the week, video game streams on the weekend. And just chilling, man. Chilling. That's what I'm doing. We have this Friday coming up. We have our Friday night after party. After your guys' favorite Friday night show, come over, hang out with us. We're playing Mario Kart. We're gonna have a lot of fun. It's chaos. It's chaos, man. And if anybody knows Chris, Chris tends to surround himself with people who love chaos like I do. So, yeah. Anyway, and then we have Sunday night hangs and video games. We're starting a new season. We're playing Generation Zero. It's a sort of post-apocalyptic robots have kind of taken over thing. Very excited for that. Good turnout there. Again, chaos. Got some new content coming up on the channel. You guys can see the preview. Thank you, Pickles. I appreciate it. You can see that video there. Fresh new content coming to the channel soon. If you like comic books, if you guys like voiceovers, things like that, I think you're going to enjoy it. But thank you, Mr. Chris Knight of the Real Review 3000 and Chaos Central, for having me here. I come to play. I play to win. So let's do this.
Ooh, the first challenge is dropped. Oh, with that said, JJ, tell everybody about yourself, where you can be found, and what you've been up to, please. Oh, look at that. He is on top of it tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, everybody can talk all the shit they want. But since it started to matter, I'm the only time champion. And I'm not expecting to win tonight, but I am expecting to move on. So that's all I got to say about that. Other than that, you can find me a little everywhere. Chris Knight's channel on Sundays, hanging out with him on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, Monday morning, depending on where you're located. Then later on that night over on HanStar's channel for either Jackbox Game Night or Name That Tune, which I'll be on the Season 4 opener this Sunday evening. Come by, check that out, and you can find me on my own channel. I do a weekly live stream. Just a bunch of BS at the moment. Random panel, random topic. Come by, like, share, subscribe, the stuff with that. Then you can find me with Chris Knight, LDG Pixels, Onzo Hodges, which is below me there, Danny Graham, Guyscar, and whenever we can get a hold of him, Eli Hoo for Tuesday nights, the Chaos List. Awesome show. I love doing that show every week. I like to see what Onzo throws at us every week. Great job with the show doing that, Onzo. I greatly appreciate you having me and everybody on. And last but not least, you can find me here every once in a while on Thursday nights, right here where I'm at on the Weekly Rumble, either as a contestant or as a combatant, as I like to say, or sometimes he likes to change it up and he throws me in as a wild card some nights, which I enjoy doing that also. All I can say is good luck to everyone, and I mean that honestly. I'm not trying to shit talk. We're going to do this. We're going to do it. We're going to have fun.
You're going down, JJ. You're going down.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That's my boy. All right, let's do this.
Well, then.
You know.
Well, isn't that special?
Well, you ain't special. Let's get on.
Don't be mad, Chris, just because JJ and I are cool. Don't be mad.
Boy, I'm old. I wasn't even trying to do that. I was trying to do the church lady. Oh, my God. Well, isn't that special?
Oh, the church lady? Nice reference, bro. That's good.
Can it be Satan? Sorry.
I need to get that switchboard, bro. I need that switchboard.
No, I did that myself.
The echo, the reverb?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need that switchboard.
Oh, well, that's just on a mixer board.
We'll talk after. We'll talk after.
I'll send you one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, sure, great.
Yeah, you get a soundboard. You get a soundboard, and you get a soundboard. Yeah.
Well, Chris, I know you have at least 4 of them things laying around.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, Angelus, after I made you that super awesome intro for Sunday Night Hangs and Video Games, you're going to do me like that in the chat? That's cool, bro.
Ooh.
All right. Comic Chat's in the house. Bosco Geiskar's here. Austinator. I saw Nindroid. I've seen Andrew Straven, of course. Well, I'm sure we'll have other people here. We got 11 watching at least right now. So, up next, Onzo.
Oh, time.
Tell everybody about yourself.
I think that's
Really?
all I need to say, guys. I come here to win. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You guys know the channel, Biggaford Entertainment. What we got coming up is Square One on Saturday. We got the Wanda Roundtable on Sunday, and then back to the regular week with Chaos List, Chaos Conversation, and the Rule of Three, the OOC. Hope you guys come and check out whichever shows you can check out. Do appreciate all the support you guys been giving me, and I am going to win. Boom.
Well then. There you go.
I hope he wins after that copyright
come
claim.
here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
What the
And
hell
I'm
is that?
all out of bubblegum.
What? That was awesome.
That's what I played that for him because he came in like a boss. I got to give it to him. He came in like a boss. Of course, I don't expect anything less from Hanzo. Up next, last but not least, the man that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him money anyways. It's LDG Pixels, also of Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica. Go ahead, LDG. Tell them all about yourselves and where you can be found and what you've been up to.
Yes, I can do that.
What's going on, guys? LDG Pixels here. Free support channel. Tech support. Need help with your computers? Own a Mac? Have any issues whatsoever? Hardware, software, anything you need? Come help me out. Come hit me up and ask me your questions, guys. I'll be glad to help you. Also on the newly renamed, formerly known as Pixelate Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica, where you ever go to YouTube and you don't find anybody streaming, or you click that bell and ask, "Whoop."
10 points off for that not working out right.
3 million things at once here. Anyway, guys, your YouTube guide. Hit us up at the waiting room. Guaranteed to be slightly better than watching paint dry. Hanging out, waiting for someone cooler to stream, promoting those who deserve it. Guys, we hang out, open topics, open panels, lots of fun hanging out, chilling, letting you know who's streaming. Kick you out, go watch them, and then come back and hang out after they're done, guys. Also doing watch parties on Saturday and Wednesday and Thursday.
WandaVision tonight.
WandaVision tonight, baby. Also, oh crap, man! This is Married with Children on Saturdays. Coming up, Zine Nation. That's right. Also, Free the Net. Tired of the BS with local social media pretending to be a public platform? Project Prometheus, guys. Thank you very much, guys, and let's do this. I am ready to rock and roll. And yeah, Hanzo doesn't know a damn thing he's talking about. I'm gonna whoop his ass, Rush. What?
Is that what that's about? Huh?
The only thing Hanzo is good at is talking shit.
Okay.
All right, guys.
We'll see, my friends.
So here's the deal. You guys know the basic rules. Basically, 5 rounds, a topic each round. We spin the wheel of time. The amount of time you have, you must use. You must use your full time. Tonight, that is even more pertinent because the points do matter. We're not going to do a final 5. At the end of 5 rounds, whatever your point total is, the top 2 point getters will move on to 2 weeks from now. That's going to be February 7th, I think. Let me go back and double check. February... I'm sorry, 4th. February 4th is going to be the finale. Also,
You have to call a booking agent, bro.
oh no,
No, I'm just.
yeah, I'll call a bookie for you, but no, just. All right, so tonight, because the points do matter, I will be handing out the points. I will give you points based on your opinion. I will take it seriously, and no matter if you're pro or con position on the topic, you will get points. I am making this part right now. I will not be playing with the points, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you guys take it seriously, I will take it seriously. You can still jab at each other like we normally do. I will still jab at you. But I will not be necessarily just taking points just to take points. And you will not get anything less than 10 points, okay?
Cool.
But we're going to stick with the 50 max.
So you're not using the wheel and you're going back to just whatever you feel like.
Yeah, well, not whatever I feel like. I am really going to, this is the points do matter, basically, where I give you points based off of what you say. Whatever topic comes up, I will kind of have an idea of what I'm want to hear on both sides of it, pro or con. And if I start hearing some of that stuff, you're going to get points. I mean, that's basically how I'm going to do it, just to give you an idea. Okay. But I absolutely listen to you guys and what you have to say, because that's what this show is about. It was originally about opinions. It still is about opinions. But if you don't like what the topic is, don't bash it, but tell me why you don't like it. I mean, that's all I'm asking for.
Oh,
okay?
man, I'm not allowed to bash it? That sucks.
So
No,
we
'cause
might
then
still
I
be
will
able to
take
go
one.
down.
Because
We
LDG
might
has
still be
two
able to go.
topics I'd have bashed the shit out of.
Let me ask you this. What if it is universally, at least on this panel, universally disliked?
Okay.
Like,
Really?
All right, let's do this.
Why don't you just say everybody but LDG? Like, just put it out there. No more beating around the bush, okay? I was already on another panel that said somebody on
All
the
right.
panel, and everybody was like, "Not me." 1, 2, 3, not it. So we can
All
still
right.
go down the Starlight Pit, but our points won't.
LDG, I can't help
Yes.
it if you're the only
Okay.
person on the panel that don't like Endgame.
Okay, so
Yeah,
here's
no.
the deal, guys. Before each topic is picked, we will shuffle the wheel of topics to keep it fresh. We'll do that with the wheel of time also, okay? Just to keep it fresh that way, because I notice sometimes it gets caught in this pattern, and I don't like that. So that's a new implementation this time. And let's just bring up the wheel everybody loves. It's the wild card wheel.
Let's do it.
All right, here's the deal. This is the Tournament of Champions. 3 spins of the wild card wheel. 3.
Wow. Okay, Chris,
Oh, wait. Oh, I hate that.
you forgot to take off the points matter.
Wait. No. I keep
Yeah,
on forgetting.
Are you
I
using
gotta-
3 wild cards tonight?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I wanted to make sure I
right.
understood that.
Chris,
All right. Yes.
you got to remove that. Don't you got to remove the points matter since they already matter?
I will take it out if it comes up.
If it lands up, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. If it lands on that, the wheel of winners, or the wheel of final points, we won't use it.
Sweet.
But here we go. Number 1.
LDG wins automatically. Oh no way!
Ooh, this is
No.
a great one. Swap points for round. So here's the deal. If you have this after a round is over, if you don't like the points you got, but you like somebody else's points, you can swap the points. So,
Okay, so everybody can do that?
no. I
No,
got to
it's a
spin
name.
to see who wins it. So, first one,
Okay.
I'm going to type it right here. It's
Come on, Prometheus.
swap points. And we're going to go to the wheel of names and spin it.
Come on, baby. Andro.
Good music.
Let's get that one.
Big money, no
There we go.
whammy.
There we go. There we go. There,
No.
Fuck off.
No.
JJ won twice. He shouldn't get that shit. If he went around.
Ah, way to go,
Hey,
JJ.
hey, like I tried to explain to you guys.
Bias.
Okay,
wheel.
when it comes now, I know he's not doing the points wheel tonight, but we are all at the mercy of a wheel of some form.
All right.
Like the
So
wheels
here's what we're
inside
going to do,
Chris's
guys.
head.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to shuffle it. We've shuffled the names now.
Mhm.
Now we're going to go to the
Go.
wild card wheel. We're going to shuffle it. And yes, I know it still has that one on it. If it comes up, it's off the table. So
Yeah.
all right. Now, the ask for a respin. The ask for a respin is whoever wins this. Who has the hum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's humming?
Yep. Sorry.
Of course. Of course.
All right. New rule. I'm going to take 500 points away from LDG right All right. So the ask for a respin. If you don't like the question and you get this one, you can say, I want a respin for a new question. That question that was spun is off of the table. And we go to a new question, which, Anzo, I know you want this one.
Yeah. I wonder, guys.
You would be surprised. I came to win. Just remember that. Okay?
All right, here we go. We're going to spin and see who gets
I
this
could do
one.
this one.
That's right, baby. Give it to me. Play it
Ords
away.
has the ask for a respin. All right. We're going to shuffle the names.
Guys.
We're going to shuffle the names. And we're going to shuffle the wild card. And here we go. Last wild card of the night. Nobody's worried about, like, not having the mulligan. Okay, points do matter. We respin because, of course, they rematter. So we will shuffle and spin. Only receive half points. That means in one round, you will only receive half points. What it is it is the round you make the most on.
So wait,
but
what?
No. So here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. On this one, if you get this is a negative. If you get this, I will let you pick what round you get half points on. But it's still kind of a mind fuck because you don't know how big of points you get or won't get. So you'll have to be careful with it.
You should let
this is not halving somebody else.
Yeah, you should let him pick someone else.
You only receive.
Pick now.
Yeah,
especially if you swap.
Yes. So all you're doing is if you get this
fucking one, watch.
Go!
Yes, JJ. Yes.
There we go, JJ.
Yeah.
All right,
well,
JJ's got two.
Both now because because what he'll do is half his points and then swap it with somebody else. That's a plus for him.
Wow.
Oh my god, dude!
What? Hey, yo, why you gotta tell him all that, man?
I just
if he doesn't already figured that out, then I have nothing.
Hey, bro. I'm a gamer. Already knew.
Oh my lord! Just gave him a double power up.
Man.
Get him, JJ.
All right, JJ, you know what you have, and Ords, you know what you have, right?
That's unfair. Me and LDG don't get shit.
Hey, listen. You guys still have your mulligans.
LDG,
you guys still have your mulligans.
LDG, it's me and you for the finals, man. Fuck these two.
It is, bro. Let's do it. Do it. All
right,
bro.
So, oh damn it, it switched to that. So let's go. Yeah, I have wheels for everything. If you want to know. All right. So, JJ, you have swap points and half points, and Ords, you have ask for a respin. So let's see who goes first today.
Of course.
Yay!
Of course.
All right. Anzo moves to the head of the class.
Of course.
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
It's okay. Depends on the question, but let's go.
All right. So,
question. If we use our mulligan to go up, right? Do we get extra points for that same way as before?
I will consider. Yes. Okay. So what it is what I'll do is I'll double your points. Whatever I was going to give you, I will automatically double since we're not using the wheel of points today. So, all right. I see Bee's Nest. I see Pflugerville. I see Shifty Gizm. David. Memes of Destruction. Bee's Nest Phil. Guys, thank you for being here. All right. First topic of the night. Glow sticks out.
Oh,
yes.
Mortal Kombat is introducing a new character named Cole Young, and it seems like the movie will be centered around him. Does this information worry you? We will remove that question. We will put that question in the chat as I actually fix it. It seems, not seem. That's my fault because I put these in there. So there we go. It is in. Now we will find out how long you guys have to talk about this. Right off the bat, it's a 4-minute time. The 4-minute time goes away. Talk about this. Whoa. Hello. I heard myself. Okay, so 4 minutes is going on the board. Oops. Let's go back to it and fix that. 4 minutes. And would you like to use your mulligan? Stay put. What would you like?
Not. I will stay at 4 minutes.
4 minutes is on the board, and your time starts now.
I am absolutely worried about this. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. I love the lore of Mortal Kombat. I've been playing from day 1 till 11. And this kind of worries me. This is the problem that we have with these movies where they're trying to turn them into video games. They decide, well, let's just put a new character in there. I read the synopsis of it, and the synopsis kind of shows that he is going to be a main character, right? And there was a few things, I'm not going to spoil it so because people didn't read it, but there are a few things in the synopsis that have me worried. And this is the issue that I'm having. I'm like, you have such a history of things in Mortal Kombat. Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. Why not center the story around them? We had the cartoon one, which was Scorpion's Revenge, and that was absolutely amazing. It was centered around Scorpion, right? But Liu Kang was still the chosen one at the end of that movie, and they did a great job on that. So now we got a first-time director doing this Mortal Kombat movie. We got basically a first-time writer, or not a first-time writer, but a writer that wrote some bad movies, to be honest with you. I can't think of the movies right now, but some bad movies. And now we have this where they're introducing a brand new character into the Mortal Kombat universe. Now, I don't think that needs to be done. I think they should have followed the Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, which is what I heard they were going to do, right? So if you follow those movies, you got Liu Kang, you got Sonya, and you got Johnny Cage as the main characters. And then you can build on that. They kind of did that in the first Mortal Kombat movie, where they centered it around the main characters of the games, which was absolutely perfect. They put Jax in this one. So I can understand, because Jax kind of was in the, when you finish the game with Sonya, they talk about Jax. So Jax has been there from the beginning. I don't have a problem with that. His role may be small, but at the end of the day, if you want to keep the fans and you want them to enjoy this movie, then the best part about it is to follow the video game. Now, it's going to be R-rated, so we're going to get fatalities, we're going to get finishings and all of that stuff, which is great. The visuals and all that stuff is what I am looking for, but it's not just that. We have to have the story. And the minute you put in an element that has not been put into a game or into a comic book, and I don't read the comic book or anything like that, you kind of take away from what the Mortal Kombat series is supposed to be. Now, hopefully he dies, but from what I read in the synopsis, he doesn't. You know what I mean? So I'm at the point where it's like, listen, I am so worried right now. I see the clips. I see the actors in the movies who are great. The cast looks amazing. I had issues with Jax, who was cast as Jax at first, and then I saw some pictures of him, and I was like, okay, I am absolutely sold on Jax. And then I was sold for the movie until I read the synopsis. So now I read the synopsis, and that they're creating this new character, and I'm like, oh no, now my excitement level has dropped way down for this movie. And I think a lot of people that are Mortal Kombat fans are going to have that same reaction, because we're all expecting this movie to be like the games. That's what they said. It's going to be based on 1 and 2. So if you're going to base the movies on 1 and 2, if the movie on 1 and 2 games, then you can't have a new character in there as the main character. You can have him in there as a sidekick here and there, you know what I mean? But if he's going to be one of the main characters, then he takes away from a character. And I also see that Johnny Cage is not in this one. So for that, I am extremely worried about this movie.
All right.
That was awesome.
LDG.
Can somebody fix their mic, please?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
gonna
the
rip
mic
my
kinda-
eyeballs out.
Yeah,
You're
that
muted.
might
I can't
kinda-
hear you.
Guys, I don't know what's going on, but it randomly does this. I'm sorry, it just started just now, like in the last hour. Someone hacked my computer. No.
So yeah, but if you had a Mac, you wouldn't have that problem.
If I had a Mac, it would be offline.
That was awesome.
All right. Great points, man. Exactly what I want to hear. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that. How could you not have Johnny Cage in this?
You know?
I mean, come on. I mean, I hated in the second one when they kill him. It's like that happened like within the first 10 minutes of the movie. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly.
So what? We're just going to leave him out to make sure we don't do that again? Oh, man.
Yeah, we
Dude,
get like one
giving-
shadow kick in the second movie, and then that's it.
That was
It's
it.
first. It is first round, but in this go big or go home thing here that we're doing, dude, I'm giving you
There you go.
I'm giving you 30 points.
Thank you. Boom.
I would be tempted later on to give you 50 for that. Really, I would. But early,
Okay.
it's a good start, though. Really good start.
I got more.
All right. Are you ready there, beautiful board member? Ords,
I'm the
chairman of the board.
Yeah,
You're
this
bored.
This is a good topic. So I think yeah, let's go. I don't know if I can do 4, but let's go.
4 minutes is on the board. Your time starts now.
So, also a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I am actually missing a few comics that I need to collect from, I think, 11, or was it 10? Between 10 and 11, I think. Anyway, case in point here. Yeah, when you're going into Mortal Kombat, I think the formula is stick to the video games, stick to the lore of the video games. There's a lot of rich lore within the video games. Interesting that they would choose to introduce a new character in a movie and not a video game. Typically, this is something that is done in the video games where you introduce a new character, give a little bit of lore. Now, I'm with you. We want to see Johnny Cage. How you can have this Mortal Kombat without Johnny Cage? I mean, even in the original movies, which I like the second one. I don't care what anybody says. I think Annihilation is great. I understand the CGI is not great. I get it. It's got issues. I get it, man. But I like a lot of bad movies. Anyway,
I liked it. I just don't like the part that killed Johnny Cage. So
yeah, well, absolutely. But the first movie, he was such an integral part of that movie. I think a little bit of comic relief. I mean, he kind of relieved some tension. They're actually doing some really cool things in the animated Mortal Kombat stuff with DC. I don't know if you saw Scorpion. It's actually kind of takes place in the same time as the first movie, but it's like a different kind of alternate storyline. But anyway, good stuff is going on. So for them to introduce a new character inside a movie when there's only been maybe a few animateds and a couple of live action movies is just kind of out of place for Mortal Kombat. Introduce the character through the lore of the game. You can fight as the character. I mean, how many times have you played a video game that was based off a movie and it was good, and then just like in its reverse, video game movie that's not good, right? So those are very weird mediums to try to flip-flop like that. So I feel like you're a video game franchise, you stick to the video games, you introduce the character through the lore there, tie him in, let people get excited about the character a little bit, and then bring him into your movie by introducing him slowly in that first movie. So you have your classic characters, slowly introducing this new character that people are, is this new character that we like in the movie? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of mystery around it, as opposed to just saying, hey, we're going to introduce a new character in the movie. To me, that's far more meat and potatoes for fans, where they can anticipate this character they've played before in the game. Like, oh, I really like this character. I can't wait to see what they do with him in this movie. Then slowly introducing him in that first movie, tell, those last few scenes where he pops in to maybe help save the day or to help, do whatever, to learn some kind of lesson. And then introducing that new character and then moving it into another movie, maybe another game in between those movies. But it's just weird. It feels weird to hear that they're introducing a new character in Mortal Kombat through a movie and not through the video game, considering that this has been a video game franchise. I mean, I've been there since day one too. Who hasn't? I mean, you remember when we were kids, man, you play that game and you and your brother are in the back room karate chopping each other while your mom yells at you. You know what I mean? Like, Mortal Kombat is just, it's a part of my existence. Even if I don't play the games all the time, I'm still going to buy the comics. I'm still going to buy this because it is such a rich lore. There's really some crazy stuff. I mean, the whole Quan Chi stuff, like, that was a good character that was introduced. And I think the way that character was introduced was very well. They need to go more towards like that. Like, you can really dive into some crazy stuff with the history of these characters. You can attach this new character to somebody, albeit a cousin, a brother, distant relative, whatever, you have Kung Lao and that whole thing. I mean, like, every character has its own backstory, and I just feel, last before I know my time's up, final thought, I feel like you can introduce a character from a video game that should be introduced from a video game way better than you could do it with a movie. That's all I'm saying. I don't think people are going to be excited about it.
I don't disagree with you at all. Especially in this series. They didn't go and add a character in either of the first two movies. They were established characters within the video game series. It was very much about the video game. I think still to this day, the first two, or the two that we currently have, Mortal Kombat movies, were absolutely some of the best video game movies we've ever gotten. They didn't go outside of the realm of what it was about. Maybe we didn't get enough fighting, because there was always that, but I loved how the fights were in different places, and they represented kind of how the game was. You didn't know where they were going, but when they showed up, sometimes you didn't know who they were going to face. It was very much like the game was set up. I liked it. Great points.
See, that's what's nice about making I guess maybe for lack of a better term, maybe this is the wrong term, like an ambiguous fighting game where you can kind of build lore around these characters and take it different places and then translate that well. Because I love that first movie. And then we even get, Jax in that first movie. Yeah, it's only like one short scene, but for them to go to that second movie with that kind of continuity, I like that. And I just don't know if we're going to get that with having to introduce a new character. You're going to have to change some things around. It's almost like the butterfly effect of movies.
Yes. I'm going to give you 25 for that. Very good.
Why did I only get 25? That was awesome.
You were good. You were good. I'm going to be tough on you guys. I mean, okay. Honest to God, and I understand this might be Anzo's question. I don't have it right here in front of me whose question it was. But obviously, Anzo gave you a lot of information that you didn't necessarily know about the movie up front. But you took it and you did add a lot to it with your talking about the...
Thank you, Chris.
I'll tell you, your biggest point you made that I really did like was if you're going to introduce a character, put it in the game first, then bring it in. Yeah. And you made a really good point. That was a really, really good point. Understand, people, I don't like having to nitpick this, but I put this on myself, and I will take it head on.
I haven't played the newer one, Angelus. Love you too, buddy. I haven't played the new one, Angelus. That makes me sad.
Yeah, I want to. I've played. I have. It's 13, is it now?
I don't know.
Or 12. 12.
I think the last 11. One I played was 11.
11.
Or
okay.
Maybe it was 10.
Right. I have 10. So, all right. JJ, 4 minutes. Your time starts now.
All right. I have to echo what Anzo says at the very beginning. Yes, I think it's a major mistake. I've played also all the Mortal Kombat games. I haven't read no books or comics or anything like that because I'm just not a book guy. But you look at the lore itself. Okay, there's wonderful stories to be told about 20, 30 some odd characters. Come on, there's plenty of story to be told there. There's plenty of stuff you can tell. There is no reason, and I think it is an absolute bad idea to introduce a new character. Because one of my first questions was when I first saw the question itself, I'm like, who the hell is Cole Young? Seriously, we don't need a new character. We don't need a movie based around someone we know nothing about. If you want to do a good Mortal Kombat movie, you can try to adapt it directly from the original. Go through the tournament. Beat Shang Tsung. Try to reboot it. I guess you can't really continue it, so just reboot it and just start from fresh. But also, personally, I'd like to go back a little further. I would love to see the storyline between Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Why they became mortal enemies. They're heads of major clans. That would have been something I would love to see. Kind of like the lead into what we know. You can go many different ways with this. You can do a military style Mortal Kombat. With Sonya and Jax, and probably eventually intertwining Johnny Cage with it. You could do Shang Tsung and Goro, Quan Chi, Shinnok, however you want to pronounce it. There's a lot of great stories to be told. They don't need to create someone new. They got plenty to play on. That's like Kathleen Kennedy saying, we have no source material. That's bullshit. You've got 30 plus years of Mortal Kombat games and storyline that you can completely make an awesome movie. But as with everything else out there today, I haven't 100% lost my faith in Hollywood, but I've had to learn to lower my expectations a lot. And if they can't do this movie some justice, it's going to cost them big in the end. And I'm thoroughly scared that they're going to screw it completely up. And talking for 4 minutes is really harder than I thought about this. But still, it was a big mistake, guys. It is a big mistake. I don't care how you look at it. Entertainment is supposed to be entertaining. And I'm not saying the movie's not going to be entertaining because we haven't seen it yet. We don't know nothing about it yet. And Anzo said he took a peek at the synopsis. Well, synopsises are meant to change also in the creation process. So that's where my lower expectation comes in. They may change
JJ.
it. Go
ahead and wrap it up because it was on pause. That's why it took so long. I didn't realize it until afterwards. I went to go type something and it paused it, but I'll wrap it up because you've done your 4. I'm guaranteeing it.
Okay, all right. Just real quick, kind of threw me off when you said that because I was starting to get on a roll. There's no reason to create a new character. You have plenty of storyline. Synopsis has changed, but still throwing a brand new character that we know nothing about in the mix, that is a completely and utter bad idea.
You should check out was it Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge, the animated series. I think you'll find what you're looking for in the Scorpion and Sub-Zero thing. Mm-hmm. Obviously being a different universe than the live action stuff, but I think you'd really appreciate that, man.
Okay, cool.
It's very, very adult.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, you can still do your whatever you guys want to call it. What do we call
rebuttal.
it? The rebuttal or a point of agreement or whatever we want to call it.
Okay, good, because I have a rebuttal. JJ said something about he wanted to see the Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight. They're actually going to show that in this, JJ. So you are going to see that.
Well, no, I'm talking about like this is something that's been supposed to be going on for a while now between the two.
Yeah, you're gonna see the beginning of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think the one thing that I really like about Mortal Kombat is how every character does have a full backstory. There's tons of lore for each character, and they're all kind of interconnected somehow. That's what I like about Mortal Kombat.
Okay. Anzo, I'm going to give you 5 extra points for bringing that up. That's interesting. That gives me an idea. I'll add that in case LDG might have gotten that idea from what you just said. And for you telling JJ about the comic, I'll go ahead and put that in there.
It's not a comic; it's a movie, but that's cool.
Oh, it's a movie. Oh, that's right. Is it the animated?
Yeah.
I remember.
Scorpion's Revenge.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mentioned that in my.
Hey, real quick, where can I find that at?
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
If you got HBO, it might be on HBO Max.
Yeah, it's sick, bro. It's
it's adult as hell too, man.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings us up to 2 people at 30, 35 for Anzo. 4 minutes on the board. LDG, your time starts now.
That's right, boys and girls. It's coming back. You wanted it. You get it. Mortal Kombat is back. I cannot wait. Guys, when Mortal Kombat first came out, you want a video game that just blew the rocks off of anything when it came out in movies? It was Mortal Kombat. I'm afraid, okay, after what we got with Endgame, I hope they don't go in the same direction with this. Do not reinvent the wheel, guys. Seriously. I do not need Mortal Kombat. I don't need this turned into this. No, I swear to God, if they give us some watered down piece of shit with some, I mean, this new character Cole Young, right? Supposedly doesn't even know who he is, some MMA fighter that just is doing his own thing, and then all of a sudden, magically, Shang Tsung happens to know who he is and sends Sub-Zero to go kill some random human. Really? He has some magical mark on him that's supposed to make him, I don't know, Super Saiyan God or something he doesn't even know about. Jax finds him and sends him to go find, and here we go again, the Dora the Explorer plot. Go to the mountain, go over here, go to the temple, go over here. How are they going to do this? I have no clue. This guy is literally, I mean, is he supposed to replace Johnny Cage? I think this is some kind of, Johnny Cage wasn't good enough to be a fighter and a movie star, so they actually need a real fighter. This is Mortal Kombat woke. Okay, Johnny Cage wasn't good enough to be a fighter, so now we have to actually have an MMA fighter to be Johnny Cage. Are you effing kidding me? I swear to God, if I see him do a split and an uppercut, I'm going to walk out of this movie. Okay? I swear. And then you got him doing what? So it's Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 put together, but with some mysterious story. And now, unlike Anzo, I've actually read the novel. Okay, I actually know the story of Mortal Kombat. I've played all the games, watched all the movies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this just seems like a complete woke ass story plot for Mortal Kombat. You have plenty of material there. I mean, yes, you mentioned about Sub-Zero and Scorpion, but a lot of people don't even know the full story about Sub-Zero and Scorpion unless you play like maybe the video game or whatever.
Play the video game,
of how, well, just the training of Sub-Zero, what Sub-Zero had to go through. I mean, these people had to hold their breath for 15 minutes underwater. And if you didn't, you died. That was their like initiation test. Okay. I mean, we're talking about super badasses here with super badass powers. And we got an MMA fighter. Seriously. Really? And if this ends up just being, and again, just some regular fighter that comes through, and then at the last scene, he's going to have some internal flame of the golden dragon and do a simple dragon punch, and the movie's over, I'm going to be beyond pissed. Okay, it's Mortal Kombat. I want to see some battles. I want to see it. I want to see it based on the original story, just like Endgame should have been. Based the damn story off what the original game is supposed to be about. The battle for Earth, good versus evil, finish him, flawless victory. I mean, the whole 9 yards, and I damn well better believe, and of course, oh God, I swear this is really pissing me off. See a Toasty in there one way or another. So we'll see what happens.
Toasty.
Well,
there we go.
Rebuttal.
Okay, go right ahead.
Yes. All right. So since LDG has brought up what Cole was doing, I am going to expand a little bit more on that, why it gives me more cause for concern. Because Jack sends him to find Sonya and Johnny Cage, and he's trained by Sonya, Johnny Cage, and Kano. Kano is an absolute enemy to Sonya and Jax. So there is absolutely no way that she should be trained, or he should be trained, or they should be even in the same vicinity as Liu Kang and Sonya.
Exactly.
Well, real quick though, I just want to address something in the chat. King David, there are lots of Mortal Kombat comics out there that DC has done, especially with the Mortal Kombat 10. Between 10 and 11, there's some good stuff too. So check them out, man. And what I would have loved to see, I don't know if you guys remember, a handful of years ago, they did like a 7-8 minute long test trailer, basically with that would have been
Mortal
cool
Kombat Legacies.
That would have been. Was that a movie? Did that turn into an actual movie?
No, it was just the little clips on YouTube, but they did 2 seasons.
I would like to see that.
So to JJ, your point why you got up to 30 was because you brought up the Kathleen Kennedy no source material. I love that line. Perfect example. LDG, I love the woke thing. I don't know if it's woke or what, but here's the thing. If they're starting with the whole beginning of the Scorpion Sub-Zero thing, it's almost like they're just going in front of all the games and saying, "Here, this is a character you never knew about, but he's original now,
Right?
Because we're putting him before everything." And that's God. I hope this movie doesn't suck.
Me too.
God, I hope.
No bonus points for backgrounds and sound effects. Seriously, come on. Let's work here.
No.
Effort.
It's smoking daggers, bro. It's about
You're
the
supposed to be on
opinion.
my side.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
Don't you rebuttal me. Now
Boy, already the infighting. This is why alliances do not work on the Weekly Rumble, people.
Hey, let's be clear. I puff on some chronic, so I forget sometimes. You know?
That's my boy. That's my boy.
It's 3-1 on that one. The panel is made up of three stoners and a straight man.
Exactly.
Okay, very good first round, guys. Topic number 2.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, hopefully this is
motherfucker.
Yeah. Money Python.
We're on the same team, remember?
Yes. I sent you a link. You should have studied. I sent you links, man.
All right. Listen. Spin for the time.
Oh, thank Christ. Thank Christ.
2 minutes is on the board, guys. We go down to the next person, which is Ords Bored. 2 minutes is on the board. Remember, you guys have a mulligan. If you go up in time, I will double your points.
Ooh.
So think about that.
All right.
But remember, the 5 minutes still there too, and you don't get any deduction.
Let's do this.
All right, 2 minutes on the board.
Hold on, sorry. You don't get no deduction for going down.
No, you do not.
Okay.
That I've never done that because that's the whole point. That was the original point of the mulligan, was to be able to take it down.
All right, I'm going to try. Let's go.
2 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
Of course, my favorite Monty Python movie is The Holy Grail. Being a guy who loves that kind of silly fantasy stuff, like Robin Hood Men in Tights, that sort of thing, like it fits right in that vein. I think the reason I love it is because it's these series of essentially beautiful skits that kind of culminate to this ending. And there was always something to offer at each part of each skit. It was always like something to offer, and it would always escalate too. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when they're walking up to the castle with they got the horse going with the coconuts, and I think they're talking with the Frenchman in the tower. And one of my favorite lines, he's like, "You and all your silly English kniggets," and the way that it pronounces knights as kniggets, I just thought it was hilarious. And who doesn't love the knights who say knee, when they get talk about shrubbery, like it's just so brilliant how each scene kind of builds on itself. It culminates into this beautiful moment and then moves on to the next, and they're just also the "'tis but a flesh wound." I mean, and there's so many quotes and references to that movie that, like, and I think even somebody in the chat has never seen a Monty Python thing, but I do know the quote lines or the quotes. Like, it's such a quoted movie from people who've never even seen the movie, so it's just people know Monty Python, whether they've seen a movie or not. They've heard about it. Not to mention, "Bring out your dead." Yes, I've got one for you. Well, I'm not dead. Yes, you are.
I'm not dead.
Oh, you quiet. You'll be stone cold dead in a moment. Like. That to me, it's just so brilliant, in just one line after another, to where it builds up and you find yourself just busting a gut, and that's what I love about that movie.
Beautiful.
I do love that. It's like, "Bring out your dead." I'm not dead.
Oh, I'm not dead yet.
Oh, you
will be in a moment.
You'll be stone cold dead in a moment.
I'll be back next Thursday. Well,
it's just so good, man.
Oh, no. He says, when you come back around Thursday, and then at the end, after he knocks the guy out or kills him and he takes him, the guy still says, "See you next Thursday," because there's going to be another dead person there anyways.
Yeah,
he's still coming back. It's like,
I love
see
it
here.
It's so good.
I'm gonna give you 35 for that because that's probably my favorite too.
There's a Flying Circus though.
Flying Circus was always great too. But
they're all good, man. They're all good.
Yeah, 35.
Thank you.
JJ, 2 minutes is on. Where the hell did my timer go? There it is. Jesus.
There it is.
2 minutes is on the board. Go ahead, JJ. Your time starts now.
Well, to be completely honest, I've never been a Monty Python fan. Back when I was younger, the only thing I really paid attention to, and only saw pieces of it here and there, was Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. And what I saw, just for a person my age back then, now I haven't went back and revisited it. Granted, I'm still going on what I found out when I was a kid. You know, there was just a few scenes in there that just really just bugged the hell out of me. Because for one, I don't watch horror because I got a weak constitution. There's a scene in The Meaning of Life where this guy is just blowing up, kind of like
he's eating. He's gorging himself. Yes.
Yeah. You know, blowing up just like the chick in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the blueberry. You know, and he actually fucking explodes, and I'm like, oh hell no, no. And then there was another scene. They were either in an aquarium or in the ocean. You know, fish talking to one another. I'm like, what is this craziness? Because even back then, I was like, you know, blow 'em up, shoot 'em up type TVs and movies. You know, 18, Knight Rider, MacGyver. You know, The Fall Guy. You know, that's the stuff I gravitated towards. So, you know, as far as now, there's only one thing and that I can even compare to it. And I know it's no comparison at all. Is Benny Hill. I used to watch Benny Hill as a kid, and I thought that was hilarious. Not knowing a damn thing what it meant, I thought it was hilarious. But Monty Python, never been a real big fan. And it's just, I don't know if it's me or if I really should just go back and revisit it in a good high state of mind. But you know, right now, I just never been a fan of it, and that's really all I got to say about that.
It's funny that you say that because you watched the wrong Monty Python movie. That's what I'm going to tell you. Because that was like 1980 when they did that. That was right about the time they were having a bunch of issues with each other. I don't know. That movie was just a really weird movie, and I don't disagree with you one bit. I know they're not going to like this, but I'm giving you 40 for that because you gave a very good reason. If that was the only one that I really watched, yeah, the scene where where the guy blows up because he's gorged, I have never liked that scene. That's not Monty Python in my opinion. Part of it is, but not the grotesqueness of it. There were grotesque things at times, but it was funny. Like Ords mentioned the. 'Tis but a flesh wound when he's cutting his arms and legs off, but it's not like that. That one, it shows his rib cage all blown open. It's just that. Yeah, I understand. Go back and watch Life of Brian. If you want to get an idea of the Flying Circus show, watch now for something completely different. That is like all their old skits in one movie, and then definitely watch the Holy Grail, Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Yeah. All right, LDG, 2 minutes. Oh, where is it? Oh, jeez, right here. Here, sorry. There we go. 2 minutes on the board. Your time starts. Yes, time starts now.
Monty Python. As much as they did, I would have to agree with Ords. One of my favorites was the Holy Grail. There were a number of scenes. I always was a fan of, like, you always had like different types of humor, right? You had just the comedic humor, stand up, slapstick. You had like Naked Gun humor, and then you had what Monty Python brought to you. And as much as when I remember watching this younger, I had an affinity for it. I was like, wow, this is different. This is new. I mean, you just had some really whacked out things like riding a horse, but you're really just hopping across the screen. I couldn't get enough of that. And everyone thinks that you're riding a horse, but you just up, dip, up, up. The famous scene with the Black Knight, obvious, love it. I mean, he's looking for knights. He sits there looking at this knight fight, an awesome battle. Just making sure my mic's working. This awesome battle, kicks ass, kills the guy, and then asks him to join, and he doesn't want to let him pass. And then he basically kills the Black Knight. It was a great battle until he chopped off his arm, and then it was pretty much downhill from there. Had some great one-liners. It's only a flesh wound, whatnot. The holy hand grenade scene, that was pretty funny too. I did enjoy the holy hand grenade. And then just some outrageous things like you thought flying cow was you only saw that in Twister. No, it was in the Holy Grail when they flung freaking cows in the air. It was absolutely funny. I enjoyed every single second of it. Watch them over and over again. And I would like to see more of those movies. Absolutely. Wish they should take people like who make Endgame should take points on movies like this and learn a thing or two.
Wow, is every one of these are you gonna have? You see, you were on a good roll there, and then you had to just throw that damn Endgame bullshit in here. Listen, I wasn't a big, huge fan of Endgame, but I wasn't a hater either. I liked the movie overall, and then you had to go do that.
Hour of that movie makes that movie
Again, I didn't say it was a crappy movie. I just said it should have been a million times better if we actually got what we should have gotten.
35, because you had to add, I mean, I was giving you that 40, but you had to throw in the end game. Anzo.
I'm gonna keep doing it too, baby.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Blow our minds.
I'm ready.
2 minutes.
Do it.
Time starts now.
I'll be completely honest, man. When I seen this question, I was like, what the fuck? I don't know shit about Monty Python. I'm like, Chris, I am black. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about Monty Python, but I know Chris will say, well, some black people know something about Monty Python, and I get that. But I grew up, first off, Monty Python first aired in 1969. I was in my parents' nutsack. By 1974, I was born. By 1980, I was starting to get into my stuff, but I was into like sci-fi, horror movies, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So not only with that, but being here in Canada, we didn't get these BBC movie shows. You know what I mean? So my exposure to it was to very little to none. I may have heard about them, but to actually say that I can remember ever seeing anything on it on TV or anything like that, I can't. So by the time I got older, I was into other stuff and I wasn't really into it. We did get Benny Hill, and I loved Benny Hill. So because I loved Benny Hill, I can't really say that I might not have liked this one. I just never got the chance to be exposed to it. Also, when we did get Benny Hill was on like at 3:00 in the morning. So I had to sneak up and watch Benny Hill at nighttime, right? So I could just imagine this being on and what time it would be on and stuff like that. So for me, I really never got the chance to get into Monty Python, but I did do my research to let you know that when it came out on air, so I should get some points for that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm like JJ. Maybe I'll go back one day and watch it over because I do hear a lot of good things about it. You guys have talked about some great movies and some great scenes that sound funny. So I'll definitely check it out one day. But right now, I wasn't exposed enough to it.
And that's how you do it, folks. That's it's eloquent, dude. The nutsack, perfect, dude.
Well,
and you know
like
what?
I said, blow our minds. And when I heard that shit, I was like, oh yeah.
So you know what you get, Anzo?
Boom.
You did what I asked you to do. You got 50 right there, boy.
Thank you.
You got 50. I gotta give him 50 because the nutsack, I can't. passed that one. That was great. But you make some very good. I didn't know, honestly. Everybody thinks down here in the States, Canada. Oh yeah, you're UK light type stuff. And you got a point. I didn't think about it that those types of shows in Canada, based off of what the networks want to show, may have shown it really late because it was on a level of Benny Hill.
Yeah.
Not quite. I mean, there weren't as many scantily clad.
Like
Yeah, there weren't as many scantily clad women, but it was definitely pushing the bit. So. And then you say you were getting into things in 1980, and of course parents aren't going to push you there. Honest to God, the way I got into Monty Python, funny as hell, was a church retreat at a church youth camp. By our leaders played it, and the one leader who showed it to us like the next year didn't skip over the part of the House of Anthrax or the Castle Anthrax, which for a bunch of 16-year-old boys, that's a great scene. Just look up Castle Anthrax scene,
I will.
Onzo, and you'll understand. At 16, you watch that show, you're like, ooh, I'd love to be there. All right, nice. Okay. Next question. That is not one of the questions. I don't.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It
Hold
is?
on. Is it? Maybe. Let me go back and double check.
Yes, it is. It's mine.
Yeah. Okay. I had one on the rule of three one time that was very similar to this, but no, I like it. And that's why I was like, wait a minute, did I leave a rule of three question in this somehow? I didn't know.
No, it was
all right.
mine.
Okay, cool. No, I just want to make sure. What is the one thing you gravitate, or what is the one thing you gravitate when music is concerned, and why? Or what is the one thing you gravitate to music-wise, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant to put in there, yeah.
What type of music do you gravitate to, and why? Do you just mean at any point in time what's your favorite type of music, basically?
All right. The basis of the question is, okay, when it comes to music, if music stores still exist, okay, when you walk into the doors of this music store, what would be the first thing? What is the one thing you go look at first?
Okay.
In other words, what type of music do you love the most?
Yeah, I was going to say WandaVision made more sense in that question.
Oh, stop it.
You getting rid of that question?
No.
Oh, okay, good. No, don't get rid of that question.
No, I'm not.
Wait. So repeat. Is that to music stores or just music when you're thinking about it?
If you were to walk into, if you're going to go onto Spotify and start a Spotify playlist, let's just do this. If you were to start a Spotify playlist, where do you start? What type of music do you start with? Is that pretty good, JJ? That brings it up to date in terms.
Yeah. What's the first type of music you look for?
If you had a blank playlist on Spotify and you're like, I'm going to start it off, what's that first song you're like, I got to put this up front because that's my jam. That's my type of music.
All right. I seem to keep having this problem, so I got this question. Onzo, did you understand that question?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Ords, did you understand that question?
I mean, I thought
I'm good. Yeah.
When you said gravitate, though, I thought you meant like what basically what type of music you would listen to, like what type of what type of music moves you.
Yeah, but that's what you
basically what he's saying too. That you didn't understand it. Just the question was worded up.
Okay,
I understand it now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, here we go. We're gonna find out how long you guys get to talk about it. I don't think Ords is skipping over this question though. Ords.
The hell?
What would you say?
Oh, we lost the host.
What was he saying? That I'm awesome?
He said LDG automatically wins out of default. Oh, there we go.
No, it just gave me the oops. The oops. It's like, what the hell? All right, we're gonna put 3 minutes up on the board. Let me get that set up first, and I'll share it for you guys. 3 minutes is on the board, and first up is going to be JJ.
What round is this?
Remember, this is third round. Okay. and you guys still have everybody has their mulligan. You have a lose basically half points. And remember, you have to tell me if you don't tell me what.
Yeah.
And switch points. If you do not use either or, it goes down to the 5th round automatically. So you got 3 more rounds to do that. 3 minutes is on the board. JJ, time starts now.
Okay. When it comes to music, I've listened to a lot of different types growing up. I'm 48 years old, so I've had my fair share of music. Growing up, being an adult, teenage years, it used to be 80s music because that's when I grew up. That's when all the great jumps in life happened.
Like hair metal?
No, just 80s music.
Okay,
pop,
okay.
rock,
All right.
some rap, back when rap was really starting to get big.
Okay.
It's just now I'm a metal man. If it was still a physical music store, like right now, I can go into Best Buy and still buy CDs, and they even sell vinyl, believe it or not. It would be metal, whether it's hair metal, heavy metal. I like that grind. It's something that moves me. It gets me motivated. Get me behind the wheel. Get the fuck out of the way type music. But then, I got my 80s music, man. I got my pop music and some of my rap music. Something that has, even to this day, still has some good thump behind it. You know what I'm saying? Just something to go. But metal has got to be the way to go because, a lot of people mistake metal for bad things. And that's not entirely true. There's one band I listen to. I've actually heard a metal love song. And if you don't pay attention to it, you kind of miss the point of the song. And then there's the typical self-pity ones like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Get out of here. But a lot of those times, it's not even the words that matter. It's the music. It's the beat. It's that grind. It's that bass. It's the motivation of the music, not necessarily the lyrics behind it. I look at music as in a lot of different ways. Mainly because I can't create it. So I listen to the vocals, I listen to the guitar, the percussion, the bass, the keyboard, if it's there, the horns, if it's there, just whatever types of music, because there's this one band, and I know Chris knows of them, it's called Ginger. Woman has a gorgeous voice, but when she does that growl, it's like unbelievable. It's completely, I think, gorgeous when I see a beautiful woman that has an Amy Lee style voice, for anybody that knows who Evanescence is, and then throw that deep growl out. I'm like, hell yeah. But yeah, secondary would have to be pop, but metal is the way to go for me. Just because of the motivation it has behind it. And right now I need all the motivation I can get. Ding.
Okay.
Ooh, he lost about 2 seconds on that. I'm just saying,
But excuse me for doing this, but I'm gonna reserve my points till the end till I hear everybody's.
All right, that's fine. Just write them down so you know what you're giving people.
Open that note tab up.
No, I got one. I'm just. And it might change, but for right now though, because I want to hear everybody. So, all right, LDG, 3 minutes. Your time starts now.
Guys, I don't know. Unique point of view on this, because I believe I've been listening to music since the day I was born, and I just don't mean the fact that mother played the jukebox at my father's nightclub. While I was in her room. My definition of music is just listening. Everything's music to me. The sound of the fan, everything that I'm doing. So when I look at pre-written, what do I want to listen to? Music. I see it as it's more of the times kind of thing. So if I was creating, like, say, for instance, a playlist, I have certain songs that are my favorite. Okay, I love Louie Louie. Go figure. Certain songs, Black Hole Sun, some bands. I love Guster. If anybody who doesn't listen to Guster, check them out. You have your list of favorite songs, things that that is your flavor that you can listen to whenever. But as far as like creating, what do you look for as new music or adding it to your repertoire as far as your playlist is concerned? It really comes down to, unless you're a machine and you've recorded every name of a song and every band in your head and you can just pull it up. It really comes down to the moment. What happens in the moment? What am I feeling? What are my emotions? What am I thinking, feeling? And if that reminds me of a particular song, a song will pop in my head, I will add it to the list. For the most part, the only thing I try to stay away from is any kind, and this is the same thing as my social media, anything that's hates or hate for just the reason for hate. Any kind of music that's just malicious and condones, anything against my morals.
So no
Besides
NWA?
that, it's just like it's anything malicious. I don't want to go outside and I don't know, raid the what Capitol. Stuff like that. Okay, but I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like some Nine Inch Nails. I'm down for. I'm really open. So it really comes down to what I'm feeling, what I'm doing, and what is the band. Not only that, it's the artist. What do I know about the artist? Do I know any back? Is the artist doing the music for the love of music, or what can ruin a song for me or an album for me if I know the band's just out for the money? Okay, that they don't care about what they're doing, or they don't even write their own material, and it's forced, and they're just doing it for corrupt reasons. I don't even care what it sounds like. Simple as that. So there's that kind of angle at it too. But there's a lot of beautiful artists and making a lot of beautiful music of all different types. And I think the only one that I even cringe to, and I call this the one fallacy of the one bad thing about me, I'm sorry, it's country. I'm sorry. I know I might get points off that, but I do like some country. It's just, it seems to be the one that I have to take a minute to actually listen to.
All right, LDG, give me one country artist you like.
One country artist I like, really?
Right now.
I mean, what do you want me to say? Okay, I know. Okay, I know Garth Brooks. I've heard of him before.
He said like.
That's about it.
Okay. All right. Time's up. Time's up.
I don't hate him.
Good. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So, Anzo, your turn. Time starts now.
I'll tell you this. I have a passion for music. I love music. And when I was growing up, it was like hip hop. You know what I mean? Hip hop, Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, all those old school rappers. I was in love with hip hop. But as I got older and I matured, things started to change. I started to listen to people like Bon Jovi, Jesus, REM. They have some songs I like. But what I gravitate to right now is R&B. And the reason why I gravitate to R&B is because the songs talk to me. I'm not like JJ. I mean, I like the beats and all, but it's the lyrics. I will tell you right now that a lot of people have issues with R. Kelly and what he's done, and I get that. But his music has brought me through some of the hardest times of my life. He has a song called I Wish, where he's talking about his dead mother. When my parents died, that song was on repeat. Usher, he has a song called Burn, which song was on repeat when I broke up with my son's mother. Like these songs have real meaning to me. When you listen to the words and you feel it, and it feels like they are singing and talking for you. And that's one of the things why I love R&B. Even old school R&B, Change Is Gonna Come, Otis Redding. When I started listening to these songs, Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. Oh my God. Like when my parents used to listen to those songs, I was like, oh, come on, really? But as you get older and you get an appreciation for them, you realize what they are saying in these songs, man. And that's the biggest thing for me. I love a good beat. Don't get me wrong, man. I love a good beat. I love a hardcore banging beat. But when you got the lyrics to go with that beat, you cannot beat that. And I have sat down and I've cried many times to a lot of these songs. Like just got me through when I'm not there in my right mind, I throw on some R. Kelly, I throw on some Usher, I show on some Mary J. Blige, man. And those songs gave me comfort. You know what I mean? Michael Jackson, you know, that one song, You Are Not Alone. I had to play that song so much in my 5 years of depression because I felt like I was alone. So these are the things that really mean a lot to me. And I've always loved music, but as I got older, my variety of music expanded and I started listening to what these artists were saying. Shit, even Ed Sheeran now has some songs that I like. In Sync, Gone, that song had me like in tears. You know what I mean? So for me, this music means a lot to me. So when I listen to it, it has to talk to me. If it talks to me, you are on my playlist and I will listen to you all the time. But most of all, it's R&B that talks to me the most.
Okay.
I don't have a rebuttal, but kind of an addition. And I don't even need 30 seconds for it. During my description, Anzo, I didn't mean all music. I didn't listen to the words because I have
I know.
I have a lot of those songs that you're talking about. When I found out I was getting a divorce and my life was getting ripped apart, there was a song by Disturbed called "Stricken." When my mom passed away, her favorite song was "Mama" by the Spice Girls. So I know music, depending on what you're listening to it for, it grabs at you. But what I was getting at is when you get all, I listen to the music like when you get into the violence and the hatred and this and no, I listen to the music. It wasn't all music, but that was just it. But hey man, that was beautiful. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay. Ords.
Yo.
3 minutes. Time starts. You remember the question?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Time starts now.
So music has always been a prevalent part of my life from the time I can remembering things period to today. Played in bands. I got my first guitar age 14. Played in some crappy friends bands. We're like, let's just go get together, smash some chords and hit things, it'll be great. That's actually playing shows northern part of my state, not really touring, but we played a lot of like colleges around the area, things like that. Had a lot of fun doing it. I like all kinds of different music. It just really depends on my mood when it comes to like how I wake up in the morning. Like lately I've been gravitating towards a lot of like rap, underground stuff, stuff that challenges me to think, stuff that makes me think about the choices of my life. And there's a lot of really good rappers out there who do that. And I feel like with YouTube and things like that have allowed a lot of these artists who I may never found able to find these types of artists. But I mean, hell, man. I mean, when I was young, I think the first CD I ever bought was the Men in Black soundtrack. Like that I bought with my money was the Men in Black soundtrack. We're talking genuine, right? Yeah. To buying, Ozzy Osbourne CDs when I was younger, to buying Metallica, to buy, like, I even like some of the NSYNC stuff. Like, I really like all kinds of different music. There's not really one I gravitate towards like naturally. But I would have to say if I did, it would be punk rock. I'm very I'm very much in that mentality, grew up, around those people. Punk rock was just kind of it wasn't necessarily music, but it was more of like a culture, at least where I'm from. Like we had this place called Disaster House, which was the punk rock house in town. That's the one place where like, you had vagrants like living there, but they'd have shows every weekend, and we'd go and we'd hang out, party, like punk rock, man. That was my thing. It was anti-establishment, young, like you wanted to fight the system when you were young, like, that's what I gravitated towards, was pretty much do whatever the hell you want to do, without anybody, telling you what to do. And that's kind of why I gravitated towards that. I also love the energy. Like I like music that makes me feel, pushes me to do things. Like one of the best things I ever discovered in my life was Billy Joel. Billy Joel, Paul Simon. I'm a huge Paul Simon fan. Simon and Garfunkel's okay, but let's be honest, Simon was just better by himself. that's a conversation we should have sometime, Chris. But yeah, no, man, I love music. Any kind of music, it doesn't matter what it is.
All right. You can call it an easy out. Y'all get 50 for that. Because here's the deal. I wanted to hear what you guys had to say because I don't know how many people know this. I own a DJ company or an entertainment company, and I've got I got like 1 million songs on my damn computer. I mean, it's crazy.
Mhm.
You guys all said different things that have spoke to me at different times. And you know, like for instance, the heavy metal, that motivation. I remember going through that phase of just driving 80 miles an hour down through the road, going through downtown, and I didn't look. Man, there were 2 or 3 times I got stopped going a lot faster than I should have been stopped, and I didn't even hear anybody. I didn't even hear the sirens. The guy had to get up to catch up with me and get side to side with me to get to pull over. Dude, no, that motivation. Then kind of the LDG thing. Anything. I mean, anything goes. It's like if you listen to everything around you, like go into a room that has an old battery operated clock or the old wind clocks, and you'll hear that second hand.
Yeah.
Everything has that beat, that music to it. And so that great point there. Anzo, REM, I give you kudos for that, man. I'm a big REM fan, man. Dude, I followed those guys around this country. I've just love REM. But
Me too.
dude, you're right. I don't. Again, I've always said you don't have to like the person, but don't fault them for what they have put out there. If you like a movie, like for instance, if you like Seven, because Kevin Spacey's awesome in it, or The Usual Suspects, he's awesome in those movies. Don't take away his performance in that movie because he's a dirtbag in real life. I totally agree with that, man. R. Kelly is. I mean, I don't know if it's been finalized or if he's been charged or whatnot. He might be a dirtbag in real life, but dude, I love his music, and he's got some great music. You said listen to those words, hear that, and then you talked about repeat. There are songs I still to this day will repeat. Where I'll be working, and I have like 400 songs on my phone, and I'll just be listening to them on random, and I'll hit one, and it just hits me right then. I'm like, fuck, I got to
play that again.
I go in and I hit, I just hit repeat one, and maybe everybody hurts.
Everybody hurts.
Yeah.
Are you guys
and then
ready?
losing my religion.
Losing
my religion reminded me of my grandmother when I lost her. And the crying. A real man admits that they cry. I mean, let's just be honest, people. It happens. Real men admit they like Neil Diamond too. Just going to say that. And then Ords, yes.
I'm sorry. Continue.
I was just going to say Ords, punk rock, that culture. Music culture in your local community is awesome. The venues.
Yeah.
Talk about the vagrants, man. We had a place called the Coffee House, and we'd go there, spoken poetry. You had the guy with the guitar, on certain nights. But, dude, the door was open 24/7, and people would sleep in there in the winter because it got cold outside. But everybody knew they left their door open. The Rebel Cause, perfect.
This was just like real quick. This place was like, it was a house that had just like a ton of different rooms in it, and like one guy owned it, but everybody rented out rooms, and it was like it was just spray painted through the whole thing, dude. It was just like the grimiest place to hang out, but it was the funnest place to hang out.
Chris, I have a question. In all honesty, if I use both my wild cards this game, am I going to get penalized for using them?
What do you mean?
In other words, are you going to cost me points for using them later?
No. I don't see why.
Because I'll take half my points now.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then switch them with Anzo.
You son of a bitch.
Really?
Dang. After that
heartfelt
response that I had, you're going to hit me like that.
Damn.
Got him.
You were in the lead. What are you doing, Chris? Where's 114?
What are you doing, Chris?
Yeah.
I'm
Because
trying
he's
to.
adding the 50 points.
85 plus 25 is what?
110.
There you go.
Where's he at?
What are you
That's
talking about?
what
He
it
already
should
got
be.
his points.
No, he didn't.
No, I
We
didn't.
haven't got our point. Then
Yeah.
you
Oh.
add 50 to everybody
Yeah.
else.
It's not letting me type it in today, so. I
Oh,
have
way
to
to
type
go.
20. Sorry,
You
about
broke
this.
it. Way to go, buddy. You broke it.
Yeah, you know.
Let's just assume I win.
Just assume.
Yeah. That's just.
No, because here's the thing. I'm going to give you 5 points back, Gonzo, at least, because that was a good answer.
Thank you.
See, I can still do that. It's my show. So,
Very
all right.
nice.
Okay. Fourth question.
You're really lucky I don't have a wild card.
He better hope he don't make it to the next one, because if he and you make it to the next one, it's going to be all out war, I think. Do you think they will bring Deadpool into the MCU? Do you think they will bring Deadpool into the MCU? Let's find out how much time you're going to have.
Stupid.
Oh my God.
Mulligan.
You all have your mulligan. Remember that. 5-minute time is up. And we're going to do that. But before I put it up there, LDG, do you want to use your 5 minutes? Or do you want to use that mulligan? Because remember, if you wait till the last one, then 5 minutes gone, and you can move it up and get double points. So this is a definite question of what you want to do.
Now we can also not just talk about that, but like expound upon how they may do that.
Hey,
Right?
hey, don't give strategies
You
now.
answer the question how you want to answer it, and
I was just asking. Okay, I'm just asking.
You answer the question however you wish to answer it, and I will determine if that's the way I want to hear it.
Okay.
All right. So LEG,
I got yelled at.
5 minutes.
time starts.
This is round 4, right?
Yes, time starts.
And you have no
Now.
more.
Nope, he doesn't.
No.
Going? Time's going. All right,
Oh, here,
Deadpool, guys.
wait.
Start over.
All right.
I was
he
asking
used
for a
both of
reason.
them.
Yeah, I
He
was asking
used both of his wild cards. Yes.
Good.
Yeah, he's both his
All right.
wild cards.
And Ord still has his
respin.
respin
Respin.
if he wishes to use it. He doesn't have to. So,
Mhm.
all right, time starts now.
All right. Deadpool, I mean, I gotta say, because when we first heard about the MCU bringing movies out, and who they were gonna base their characters off of, who were they picking for the chopping block, we had some really weird picks as far as my favorite. Now, I was a huge Marvel fan. I am still a huge Marvel fan. Having a number of the comics, having all the card series, including all the holograms, 9 yards, just like everybody else, right? When you were a kid, especially like when you were building your collection, you would trade out certain cards, right? You'd have your favorite cards, you'd have your non-favorite cards, you'd have your favorite comic books. Deadpool, I fell in love with the second I got his wild card. Okay. When he made his appearance and the New Mutants and later in the X-Force, I just loved what Deadpool was about. He's definitely a card I didn't trade. Seeing him come out on the movies was an awesome move. After seeing the horrible job they did with Fantastic Four, the early Hulk, rebooting Spider-Man 50 million times, and then later what they did was such a horrible job with, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. I was worried at first because when we first saw Deadpool, they effed him over hard. Okay, the X-Men movie with Deadpool.
Oh yeah. Wolverine Origins.
Pissed. I was beyond, like, I literally almost got kicked out of the movie theater because I was the guy who was like, what the F am I looking at? Are you effing kidding me?
I can believe you doing that. I can honestly believe you doing that.
I am not even lying. Okay. I am literally people telling me shut the hell up. I'm like, he doesn't have laser vision. Are you? Oh, and I literally almost cried. I literally almost cried, and I was like, done. Like, that was one of my moments when I was like, you know what, F this, I'm done. But then they came back and they did Deadpool right. They did him justice. Now, they didn't do him perfect, okay? There wasn't the actual Deadpool from the Marvel comics, but they did a really good job when they brought him back. Thank God, because I did enjoy all the Deadpool movies. I can't wait to watch Deadpool 3. What they did and the decisions they made with Deadpool, I mean, it's a great movie. I can watch it over. Unlike, Discovery and Picard and even Endgame, I can watch Deadpool over and over and over again. Great laughs, great action, great setup, great writing, the whole 9 yards. And then the way they tied it up with, the X-Men later when we came back with the X-Men. Some great writing, some great plot, story development, character development, the whole 9 yards. Will they bring him into the MCU? I sure freaking hope so. I only want to see the best for Deadpool. I want to see him go to the next level. If anybody who is familiar with the Deadpool comics, Deadpool has a lot of history, a lot of good stories to be told, and we'll see what they do. As far as the MCU is concerned, what are they going to use Deadpool for? Are they going to, come out with maybe an X-Force or God, New Mutants? Oh, Lord, what a horrible. I have no clue. I just hope, it would be nice if they tied Deadpool in, maybe even with this whole thing that they're going on with WandaVision and Doctor Strange and the multiverse and whatnot. Even though I would not be happy to see a multiverse version of Deadpool, I would really like to see the Deadpool we've gotten in the first two movies and coming soon in the third, somehow used in the MCU. Absolutely. Again, Deadpool really has been a favorite for me. I don't now that he does have a history with Thanos. He has a history with a few other characters. I don't think they're going to go that way. Are they going to stay true to the comics? No, I don't think they are. They're going to go their own way. But so far, what they have done with Deadpool, ever since that first nightmare train wreck of the first movie with Deadpool, they've gone in a really good direction. I just hope they keep going in that direction. Keep the movies rated R. And just give us more of the same that we've already gotten. That's already been proven and made you $1 billion frickin' dollars.
Huh.
Do I need to play the Jeopardy music?
I'll give you 40 for that. Give you 40 for that. Good job.
Thank you.
I agree. I did do the same thing. I was like, where the fuck did the laser vision come from? And somebody's like, shut up. And I'm like, shut up yourself. Where the fuck did it come from? He doesn't do that. What? We just dumped every damn mutant power in him and said, here you go. It's Deadpool.
And the mouth going pissed me off too. All of it.
Yeah. Okay. But I love the fact that Ryan Reynolds did come back and say, yes, I gotta redo this. And I kind of think, the WandaVision thing, that's the mutant side of things, the Deadpool side of things, I think is where it could come in. But yeah, good job. Anzo.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay, fair enough. Here you go. 5 minutes starts now.
All right. So the question was, will they bring Deadpool into the MCU? We don't need to ask that question anymore. It has been confirmed. He is going to be in the MCU, and his movies are going to be R-rated. So they're going to be the first R-rated movies by Disney, which is great. And I'm going to piggyback on LDG, man. When he first showed him in that first off, that Wolverine movie was just trash, completely trash. But when they did Ryan Reynolds in that movie was absolutely unbelievable. First off, what is Deadpool really known for? It's his mouth, his gift to gab, and they completely shut him up in that movie, right?
Merc with
So
the mouth.
that right away was like a no-no. Then they gave him these adamantium claws or whatever, swords, whatever. And I was like, okay, really? Like, they really did him dirty in that movie. They did him so bad that he was not going to come back and play Deadpool unless it was an R-rated movie, unless he had more say in the way it was done. And that goes to show, because what he did was he put out a little, I think it was maybe a 10-minute clip on YouTube first as Deadpool. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically the car scene. So he did that one in the movie, from the movie, and he put that out, and people went crazy. So with that being done, it was like, okay, maybe there is something to have a Deadpool R-rated movie. They contacted him. We got the first Deadpool movie. I'll be completely honest with you. I wasn't a big fan of the first Deadpool movie. I thought the jokes were not funny at all. That part where they're in the bar and the guy's like, "Oh, your head looks like a avocado," or some crap like that. It just didn't hit with me. It really didn't. Number two, now it was better and it was funnier. Man, that scene where they had X-Force and they all died, spoiler, was so funny. And then we got the surprise cameo with Brad Pitt as the Invisible Man. Hilarious. So what I think now, bringing him into the MCU is great, because now we're going to get to see him cross over with Spider-Man. We're going to get to see him cross over with the X-Men. I mean, in Daredevil 2, I'm sorry, yeah, and Deadpool 2, they tried to do the crossover with the X-Men, but they had like a little scene. You could tell they weren't even there, right? You know, so maybe we'll have him connecting with the whole team this time. Him and Wolverine have had some back and forth that were crazy. Imagine the Thor we have now from Ragnarok having to go back and forth with Deadpool as well. There's a lot of things that they could do with Deadpool in the MCU. And I definitely think bringing him in is a good idea. I can't wait to see what they do. I believe that Marvel will stick to the formula, but they'll also make it a little bit more funnier, you know. I don't know if maybe Ryan Reynolds is probably going to continue to write the script, or whoever's going to write it, but definitely having him in the MCU, it's only going to get better, right? Because we talked about this before, and even Chris talked about it, where Sony has now got into the multiverse thing too. And you can tell because the Vulture is in Morbius, right? So no matter what you want to do, he's playing the same character. There has to be some sort of crossover. Now, just imagine him being able to cross over there with Spider-Man, get into some Venom stuff, some Carnage stuff. It's very exciting for what they can do with Deadpool. Marvel is on the verge of getting all their properties back. And with that being said, we can get a real Secret Wars movie, bring in the Beyonder, have Deadpool in there, have everybody that was in the comics. Now, like LDG said, they will now follow the comics. They will not. But I think they will do well enough, and they will base it on enough of the comic for it to be very entertaining. We don't know much about Phase 4, Phase 5's coming up, but one thing I do know is that when we learn more, it's going to be like, because the only thing Marvel can do is outdo what they did with Infinity Wars and Endgame. They have to go up. You know what I mean? So they're going to bring in some big old baddies. They're going to have R-rated movies. Blade, now that this is R-rated, Blade should be R-rated. And if Blade's R-rated, then no telling what other superhero movies that they make can be R-rated. So they're going into a path now that has me very excited, because like I said, Marvel, Spider-Man has done, Sony and Fox, they've done good movies, but I don't think they can contain it or do it as good as the MCU has. So the MCU getting their properties back, we're going to get a ton of good content.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. A lot of great points there. A lot of great points.
50.
I want to talk a little bit about some
Thank
different
you.
stuff.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna do a
Ords.
mulligan, but I think I can do. I think I can handle 5 minutes here.
Yeah, then there's like just 1 or 2 minutes left, and all you have to do is go up by 1 minute, and you get double points. I mean, how is that not done? I mean, that's how you gotta do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, 5 minutes. Your time starts now.
Of course, they have no choice. For one, Marvel, Disney, all those guys, they're hurting for money with everything going on in the world. They're going to do everything they can to sell you tickets. If that means bringing in Deadpool, they're going to do it. Here's the thing. I love the Deadpool comics. Not necessarily the main run of Deadpool. Like I like it, but I think where Deadpool really shines is his crossover work, especially in the comics. We look at, you had mentioned maybe some of the symbiote stuff. I loved Deadpool versus Carnage. That was great. Two psychopaths going at it. It was freaking brilliant. Two people who are not scared to do anything to win the day. So I think having Deadpool coming in for crossover stuff would be great. I mean, we love the cameos. Like, I'll give you an example for those of you who haven't seen. And, you know, and I kind of agree that Deadpool 2 is funnier. I liked. I can't remember the actor's name, but I like that character in the bar he's like, yeah, it looks like you had sex with an avocado, or your head looks like a topographical map of Utah or whatever it was. Anyway, that wasn't as funny as the second one. Yes, I'll give you that. The opening scene of that movie sets the tone, I think, where he's talking about how he's going to try to kill himself and everything that happened, and then he mentions Wolverine and the Logan movie, which was like freaking brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think we got the closest. Okay, I agree and disagree with Pickles down below. I think we have the best representation of Deadpool that we're going to have ever. I think that Deadpool was almost written for Ryan Reynolds. I think Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds. I can't see anybody else playing Deadpool. Now, I know there are some guys out there who are good. I've seen some videos online where people dress up and they do the portrayal of it, which is great. So I think there is maybe somebody out there who has the potential to do it. But as of right now, I think the best representation of Deadpool we have is in that. Now, I think they're going to obviously, like you. I think you guys said use the X-Men to bring in that. Where I don't exactly know how they're going to bring him in, but I think with the X-Men coming in and there's really, I mean, how else can you get any bigger than what they've already done? Galactus, but even if you do that, then what's next? I mean, you use these things and then to bring in the X-Men, Deadpool. Deadpool makes those funny cameos, you know, maybe. Referencing moments from the past, to the audience, again, breaking that fourth wall. I love that the test footage was brought up. I mean, that was something that Ryan Reynolds leaked out because he knew that people were going to go nuts for it. And the second they saw that test footage, it was like, we want more. And that second one, you're right, that second one is hilarious, man. The second movie is nothing but a giant troll, and I don't think people understand this. I was upset until somebody kind of sat down and explained it to me. I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't get one of my favorite Marvel characters, Shatterstar. I know that's a weird character to be one of my favorites, but when I was a kid, I had some toys of Shatterstar. I love the guy. I love his whole thing. I was excited. They even made fun of Shatterstar as he's like flying. He's got the hair in his face. Like every portrayal of that character is like his hair in his face and the wind blowing. And that movie was one giant troll. You went to go see it to see X-Force, and what did you get? You didn't get X-Force, basically. But that's Deadpool to me. That's Deadpool. So I think they could really beautifully bring in Deadpool. And I think that this next one I'm not really concerned about. There was some issues. I think they weren't going to bring in Ryan Reynolds, or they were going to maybe have somebody else do it, or they were going to go with like a PG-13 or something like that. I don't know. As long as they continue to stick in that same vein, introduce some of those characters. I feel like the first one was set a tone because they didn't have much of a budget to work with, and the budget that they did, then that's the thing. This is what the brilliance of the movie is. They even use that as a joke in the movie. Like, we only have so much to budget with, so you're only getting like 12 rounds.
Yeah, you only get 2 X-Men.
yeah. So I feel like when directors, writers are kind of boxed into a corner that way, they make things a little bit better. They try harder to make things good. But they're going to bring Deadpool in. There's not a doubt about it, man. They're going to bring him in either through the X-Men, or the X-Men are going to bring him in. Maybe we'll actually get a real X-Force movie. Maybe, knock on wood. I would love to see Shatterstar. I'm kind of upset that he's a big pile of goo now. But I would love to see all that. I mean, here's the thing with Endgame, you could do anything. I mean, really, you could change that to where Shatterstar didn't actually die. Maybe this was something they had planned that, like, oh, we can totally do this troll because we're just going to change it through Endgame anyway. It's all up in the air, man. And of course, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. That's what I want to see. That's what I want it to amount to.
That is their easy way out.
But it's the best way out.
Yeah, go ahead.
I agree. The one thing I think they're going to focus on big time with Deadpool, and if they don't, I mean, they should, is the ability to have a cameo. He doesn't have to have not only his own movie, but he is the perfect, and I mean this, the perfect character for cameos, being in other people's movies. I mean, even in the comics, he was cameo on Spider-Man, X-Men. He even had his own What If, and I heard they're making a What If show. So, I mean, you could see him in the What If series. Very versatile character with the breaking the fourth wall and everything, being able to do things that we don't expect to see with any other characters or titles.
I mean, he's no holds bar. You know that.
Great point. I said that we talked about this.
Ultimate wild card.
Yeah, because I have a rebuttal before you go, Chris.
Well, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I do like the fact that like the fact that he's going to be in the crossovers, but I don't want too much of the crossovers because they're going to water him down for those movies. I want him in his own movies where he can be Deadpool, cursing, blood, killing people, and all that.
Absolutely. No, I agree. No, that makes sense. I like that. Don't water it down by that. Like, timing is everything when it comes to Deadpool, man, because that's it. Just timing is everything, man.
Cool.
Okay. LDG definitely 5 points extra on top of that for that. Boy, Ords is giving you a run for your money there.
Oh, he was in the Secret Wars too.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Secret Wars.
50.
But how cool would that be if we got a Deadpool kill?
I don't get nothing for the watering them down part. You know what I mean?
Where at?
Nope. Don't give him no, Chris. Don't give him no.
Watering down where?
In the crossovers. I said if they do him in a crossover, they'll water him down a little bit more than if he's in his own movie.
What did I say? I'm going to put this out there. What? He is the perfect cameo, even in a crossover, because even if you put him in something else, like a team up movie or something, even if he's watered down, it's how he says it. He can say something and you know what he means. I mean, and he doesn't always say it in an R-rated way, but you still know it's R-rated.
But no blood,
I will give you 5 points, but
but even still, you could talk about saying it, but in the Deadpool movies, he's blood, killing, chopping off heads. You ain't gonna see that in a crossover.
No,
that's watering him down.
Well, even then, they don't have to show it. I mean, there could be blood that just goes across the screen, and
they won't show blood. That. They'll show the head, but they won't show blood.
Something I don't know. I still think I don't know how
Deadpool can be good without showing blood.
Got something on your nose, man.
That's my it's my spleef.
Okay. All right, JJ, 5 minutes. You want to keep it at 5?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt this. I'm probably just gonna do a lot of rambling.
Okay, keep it centered on the topic. 5 minutes. Time starts now.
First off, Disney MCU. What the fuck you thinking? Of course, he should be part of the MCU. Okay, I don't know what them idiots are smoking over there, but I know eventually all the properties are coming back. But why wouldn't you to start off with? They would have been a great collection to the already wonderful movies you guys have. I'm not a comic book person. I've mentioned this so many times before. The movies and some of the TV shows are my comics. As far as Deadpool, in the Wolverine, I was like, what the fuck you thinking? Seriously, get off that Molly, man. Whatever it is, because that was not Deadpool. Period. I agree with whoever said it, man. I think it was you, Chris, man. You don't shoot laser beams. What the hell? I don't know extensive stuff about comics, but I know basics of characters, and I knew that wasn't Deadpool. But then when Ryan Reynolds stepped forward with the first Deadpool, now on opposite everybody here, the first one was my favorite. I didn't care for the sappy love story. I knew it was a big ass troll, but and I got that, but it's just I like the first one better. Besides, it's got Gina Carano in it. But anyway, I like the blood splatter, the crackhead humor that he uses. That oh, fuck, my brain just stopped. That the intelligence the character portrays and the way he can just throw him out there, and the breaking of the fourth wall, absolutely brilliant. Personally, in the movies I've seen, I've never really paid attention or seen it done. It could have gone either way. I don't know at all. But breaking that fourth wall, it made the audience feel like they're being interacted with, and I thought that was a big plus side for the character. In the second one, same thing. I don't know much about X-Force, but I knew that was a joke, and that was funny as hell. I didn't care for the Juggernaut. He looked stupid to me. I didn't like the idea of Cable coming in, because that was not the Cable that we knew. Because when I think of Cable, I'm thinking of the 80s X-Men, where Cable came in there. To me, that's Cable, a big, stocky, gray-haired guy, not this, hey, I need to eat some meat kind of character. It's, don't get me wrong, Josh Brolin ain't small, but damn, Cable was a lot bigger. But anyway, Deadpool, I like the athleticism that Deadpool has, the way the stuntman and Ryan Reynolds makes him portrays him. Absolutely gorgeous. I seen the YouTube footage before the movie came out. I'm like, yes, I want more of this. I was just like everybody else. Give it to me. It was absolutely brilliant. I'm like, yeah, this is what we should have got as far as Deadpool goes. And I liked every single Marvel movie up to this point, even Captain Marvel. It wasn't a great movie, but still, I liked it. And there's a lot of movies out there like this. But with Deadpool, the only thing missing, and this is from a personal perspective, the only thing we can do now is have him sit back and smoking a big fatty. We already know he drinks. That's a given. He's in a bar. Because, besides the last time he tried to deal with explosive stuff, he tried to kill himself, which was stupid. But, and I'm hoping they continue on from the third one, at least showing that he's got a little bit more of a purpose. Integrate that in with maybe some cameos here and there. Put him in the X-Men somewhere, end up in phase 5, 6, 27, whatever they're at. Make an X-Force movie and integrate Wolverine in with that. That would be, to me, brilliant. The MCU, as far as the company, they don't do too much on chance. They're pretty sure with what they put out there. Even though we're not sure about it, they are. So I'm hoping if they play their cards right and they introduce Deadpool within the MCU the right way, I think it's going to be a big success. And all we can do is just wait and find out, because right now, all we have is hearsay, and that's it.
Sorry. I got a rebuttal.
Of course you do.
Hold on. 30 seconds, because God knows if I don't put a time on it, you will go forever. Go.
Are you effing kidding me? Deadpool trying to kill himself that was like the best part of the movie, dude. I love that shit. The fact that Deadpool his powers is what gives him the ability of being who he is, his attitude, everything he is. Give me one other character that could have fun on a movie trying to kill himself. No other character would try that. I mean, that was great. I loved that. I love that scene.
Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but that just to me, that was not funny.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. LDG, I'll give you 5 points for that. But JJ, you got 50. Listen, you can come up with a better and more creative way than explosives, because it ain't gonna work anyways. It just, I don't disagree with him. And Cable, God, I mean, I love Josh Brolin. That was the hardest part for that movie for me. It was just like, okay, I like this movie, but what could be done? Did it have to be Cable? Do you have to? I don't know. There was just something about it. So
I'll tell you this though, we did get the best Juggernaut.
They put it this way. The Juggernaut they have in that movie is the best one so far.
Absolutely.
Cable was great. I love that they showed the telekinesis side of everything. I love Cable as a character, like the whole like him being Cyclops' I think he's his son, right?
John Gray, Jean Grey's and Cyclops kids in the future.
Yeah. I thought they did a great job. I thought it was great. And Juggernaut. One thing real quick before we go on to the next, I really wish we would have got the "I'm the Juggernaut bitch" line. I wish we would have got that. That's all.
It would have worked better there than it did in the other one. That's
for
sure. Also going off that real quick, I didn't mind Deadpool 2's Juggernaut. He was definitely better than that one we got in X-Men. Okay, I agree with that. Okay. But it's just, to me, they could have done better with the way he looked, effects-wise.
Okay. So, this is how this stands right now. This is round 4. Round 4 just finished. This is round 5. Question has been picked. These are the scores. Anzo, JJ tied. Ords is at 165. LDG is at 160. So we got a very tight game. You guys will not see the points until the end of round 5. I will not tell you what you get. Remember that if you use your mulligan to go up, you get double points. And then
this is the final round?
Yes, this is the final round. Ords.
Yo. Oh, why did my camera die?
Do you want to stay on this question? Because you have the chance to respin.
God, respin, please.
Let's see. Hold on. Other than that, what is your favorite Star Wars game of all time? Let's stay.
Good job.
I figured because he likes that stuff. All right. So let's see what you guys get time wise.
Thanks, bro.
All you gotta do is talk for 2 minutes if you go up. That's all you gotta do. 1 minute stays on there. I'm gonna take away this. We're gonna bring the timer up. And we're gonna change that.
And this is just favorite Star Wars game, right?
Basically.
Okay.
So here's the deal. We're at 1 minute. I gotta also I forgot. I gotta spin to see who goes first this round.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, baby. Oh my.
Oh my.
LDG.
Lovely.
LDG, you get to go first. 1 minute's on the board. You have your mulligan. You can get double points. Do you want to use that mulligan?
Yes, of course.
Just 2 minutes?
Yes.
2 minutes is on the board. Your time.
He sounds so excited.
Oh, yeah.
You'll find out why here in a second. 2 minutes. Your time starts now.
All right. Best Star Wars game. Now, as much as you guys know, I am not exactly a super hardcore Star Wars fan, I have played a little bit of Star Wars, and the one game that I really did like was Knights of the Old Republic. There's a few reasons why I like that game. One was the fact that it was set place thousands of years before any of the movies. That's right, away from canon, from the to constraints and misconceptions and possibilities of screwing things up. Where Jedi's numbered in the thousands, chasing down an ancient Sith. I mean, I loved it. I mean, you had your droids, you had your lightsaber action, you had a prime narrative. Now, I'm not one for one-player story mode games. I'm usually a multiplayer game, like World of Warcraft or whatnot. But I do enjoy a good, especially one that's been put together as well. Like for instance, Half-Life had a great one-player story mode. Knights of the Old Republic definitely had a great one-player story mode. I enjoyed the living hell out of it. Do remember playing that. And not to mention, it was made by frickin' the BioWare. I mean, we're talking BioWare, people who made Mass Effect, for God's sakes. These people do not just put together games out of thin air. I mean, they put a lot of work. I mean, Dragon Age, excuse me, MDK. Now that's an oldie if you love MDK, guys. I mean, these guys made MDK, Mass Effect, Baldur's Gate. Okay. So as far as the few, now I did play a couple more Star Wars games, but that one definitely took the cake. Next to what was it? Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I won't tell you what your points are just yet. And yeah, good job though. I don't disagree. Couture is definitely one of the greats, I think. So good job. Anzo, you want to go
Yes,
for
sir.
like 2 minutes?
No, sir. I want to go for 5.
Woo! Ballsy. All right, 5 minutes. Time starts now.
All right. So when we're talking about the best Star Wars games, now me personally, I go way back. I go back to the Return of the Jedi Star Wars game. I go back to the Star Wars on N64, the Super Star Wars, the Super Empire Strikes Back, the Super Return of the Jedi. Those
That's
were
my
all
boy.
those were all great Star Wars games. We also have the Pod Racer. We also have Rogue Squadron. Let me just Knights of the Old Republic. Hell, we even had the Lego Star Wars games. But for me, when it comes to the best Star Wars game for me, I would have to say it's The Force Unleashed. I absolutely loved that game. I loved the story in the game. If you don't know, we have Starkiller, who is the main character in the game, and he's an apprentice for Darth Vader, but secret apprentice anyways. Darth Vader sends him on missions, so you have to go and you have to fight Jedis and kill them. And the fighting techniques in that game was so good. Like it kind of started the engine to where the Spider-Man is, you know what I mean? Like it was close to the beginnings where you were sword fighting, you could throw your sword, you can counteract the moves and everything like that, right? And anyways, the end of the story, Darth Vader ends up telling him, listen, we're going to go and we're going to kill the Emperor now, right? Emperor now. And this is why another reason why I liked it too. Just a note that he was hunting the last remaining Jedis from Order 66. But another reason why I like the game is because it shows how powerful and smart the Emperor was. Emperor knew in the game that Darth Vader did have a secret apprentice. So when time came for them to do it, the Emperor ended up telling Darth Vader, listen, you got to show your worth to me, which he did, and he ended up trying to killing Starkiller, but not really killing him. So the rest of the game is you trying to get revenge on Darth Vader for what happened. And I remember in this game, there was one of my favorite parts of this game that I really wanted to see in a movie, and they kind of did it in the last Rise of Skywalker, but I didn't like the way they do it. But in the game, you're trying to stop one of the Star Destroyers from taking off. So when you're doing it, you have to use the left and right triggers to try and maneuver it so that it doesn't get to take off. And for me, that was one of the things that I liked about it, is that it showed some new force powers. So I was like, yeah, man, imagine seeing that in a movie. And then we get what Ray tried to do, and then I just found it wasn't done as well. I had an idea of like where they could have did that in the movie, the same kind of thing, but maybe had like another Jedi protecting him while he's trying to bring the ship down or stop it from flying off, you know. But at the end of the day, with all the great Star Wars movies, Force Unleashed was one of the favorites for me, because not only could you customize your lightsabers, you could get different colors, the purple one, you could get the yellow one, you even got the black one. And as much as I played that game, I did not get the black lightsaber. And I tell you, when I first put it on, I played it and there was no other game in my system until I finished that game. And I've always said that I was going to go back and play it, and I never did. I played Force Unleashed 2, which I didn't think was as good. For some reason, it was giving me a headache, so I didn't finish it. There were certain things in the game that I liked, but I didn't get to finish it. But when it comes to the Star Wars games, I like those kind of adventure type of games where you get to use a Jedi, you get to fight lightsaber battles. Oh, and the lightsaber battle with Darth Vader is amazing, man. I was just like, wow, this is a really great game. I would like to see them do more Star Wars games like that, but I also want to see kind of the Batman, Arkham, and Spider-Man mechanics to the game, where you're countering, you know, you can force choke, you can throw them around while you're using your lightsaber. And for me, it's just like, these are the type of games that I like when it comes to Star Wars. So hands down, I'm going to say it's The Force Unleashed is the number one game for Star Wars for me. Close second would be actually the Rogue Squadron. I like fighting games, and that was a second to me that I really enjoyed. I like the fighting of it. I liked flying around, killing ships. I like the pod racer, but no other game for me is absolutely better than the Force Awakens game. And now I know I'm just going on again because I still got a few more minutes. But
Force Unleashed. You
Force
said
Unleashed.
Force Unleashed. So
Yeah,
say it
got
right.
it. Force Unleashed. Best game.
This is damn camera.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah. All right. Ords.
Yo, talk to me.
You can go for 1 minute is where it's at. You can use your mulligan and go up.
Go
1
up.
minute.
1 minute.
Just 1 minute. There you go. 2 minutes is on the board. Your time starts now.
All right, so I love that the Super Star Wars stuff was brought up. Some of my most favorite memories as a child was with Super Star Wars 1, 2, and 3, of course. I love those games. They presented a challenge. They were fun. They were interesting. One of my favorite parts about that game was when you played as Han Solo and you got the different types of ammo. That was really cool. I love that. So it was very different than like what Star Wars was, but it never really felt like out of the vein of Star Wars. It still felt like a Star Wars game. That's, I don't know. There's so many different great games. Like you guys said, KOTOR, SWOTOR. I mean, there's just so many different, I would have to say that Star Wars is probably one of the only franchises to actually be a movie and then make a video game and it be good. Or even like, I think somebody said Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings did it well too. They've got a lot of great video games, but it's usually these big franchises, fantasy operas type style franchises that have these successful video games. But there's just so much to offer inside the video games. There's some bad, there's some good. But I would have to say one of my favorites, and this is kind of weird, is probably Episode 1 for PlayStation 1, only because I spent so much time playing that game, and that being one of my favorite Star Wars movies because it was the first Star Wars movie I ever got to see in theaters on launch. I love that game. It was kind of like some of the first forte into 3D graphics. And you got to play as Qui-Gon Jinn. I mean, I don't know how many other games you actually get to play as Qui-Gon Jinn. I don't believe Qui-Gon Jinn is in any of the Battlefront stuff. It might be one of the only games you get to play as Qui-Gon Jinn. So I really love that game just because of the time that I spent with it as a child. And yeah, there it is, PlayStation 1, man.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. JJ, what do you want to do?
5 minutes.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
It's my question. Why wouldn't I?
I knew it.
Let's go back. There we go. 5 minutes. Time.
And Chris,
starts.
in meantime, I've already got it pulled up. I got a share screen to use. It's a real quick picture. It'll be later on, but you'll see it when it comes up.
Fair enough. Okay. Time starts now.
Okay. All right. Being the Star Wars fan that I am, I started in 1977. I saw Star Wars before it was called Episode 4 in a drive-in. So I'm sorry, that movie blew a 4-year-old's mind. And when it came down to having video games, stuff I already loved doing, involved with this franchise or this IP, who can forget the great, the original, the Star Wars arcade game, the Atari wireframe graphic itself.
Good choice.
I love that game. I love that game. I've spent as a kid tens of dollars on it. You know, upper tens of dollars on that game. Every time I could find it, I would play it. But you know, when you want to come to PC, console, or anything like that, you know, you got the next best greats. You got the super. Well, actually, let's rewind a little bit. NES, man, Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. They never made Return of the Jedi for it. If they did, I never saw it or found it. They were crappy games, but still Star Wars based. Or you got the Jedi power battles from the 2600. Not the power battles, the lightsaber duels or whatever you called it back then. You had to use the little rollers for them, or knobs for them. You know, there's been a lot of great games. And when you break it down to a personal favorite of mine, something that I made me enjoy, I've always said I'm a pilot. Better than a runner and a gunner, RPG player, I'm a pilot. I love to fly aircraft in dogfighting style or in dogfighting ways in games. And here you go, Chris. I used to play a game on Windows called X-Wing Alliance. And this is how I would play this game, and I still own it. Share my screen if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I play it. Okay, I was serious about it. I'm a pilot. And it's what I am. It's what I do. You put me in an X-Wing, a TIE fighter, I'll show you who's the boss any day of the week. Better than running around with an M16 or an M4, you know, trying to see who can shoot each other's heads off. Put me in the cockpit, and I'll show you what I'm made of. And there's a couple others, and there's one recently within the past couple of years I've come across. It's called a battle pod, and you literally sit in this big ass pod, and the whole front ass of the pod is this big video screen, and you get to fly Vader's TIE fighter, the Millennium Falcon. I think you can do an X-Wing, you know, something like that. I think there's slight movement within it. Absolutely a glorious game, but and then you got the Rogue Squadron series, all 3 versions of it. You have now Star Wars Squadrons. You have Shadows of the Empire. You know, you got to fly around and shoot your little little round laser blast and everything. Or last but not least, Anzo mentioned it, possibly the greatest, not preferably my favorite, but the greatest Star Wars game of all time, and that is the original Knights of the Old Republic. It started on a storyline that we never probably could have thought of at that point, besides within books, and tried to expand it into a playable format. You had Darth Revan, Darth Malak, Bastila Shan, Jolie Bendo, whatever his name is, Carthanassi. HK47, ladies and gentlemen. You know, who can forget the infamous meat bag? Great game, wonderful game, but when it comes to my favorite of all time, it doesn't matter if it's arcade cabinet, PC, console. You put me behind the flight stick of anything flying around to where I can come up behind you and show you that you've made a mistake, then that's what I live for. Because a little quick backstory that goes to this. I wanted to be a pilot, but since I found out I'm an insulin dependent diabetic, I couldn't join the military. I can't get my pilot's license. So this is the only way I'll ever be able to fly. And I made sure I've gotten real good at it. I've got a library, almost a complete library of Windows 95, 98 PC games, discs, cartridges, but put me in the flight stick and I'm gone.
Rebuttal, Chris. Not really rebuttal, but got something to say. All these games we talked about were great, but there's one game that I didn't mention, and I was just remembering it now. I had to go and Google the name, but it was a Star Wars fighting game, and it was called Star Wars Masters of
Terras Kasi.
Terras Kasi, that's it. It wasn't a great game, but just the fact that you could go and you can fight with all your Star Wars characters, that's what made it really fun. And me and my friends would play that for hours.
A quick counter rebuttal. You give those points to JJ since he had to tell the person who just Googled it the name of the thing he was trying to rebuttal.
I couldn't pronounce the name.
Chris, you're muted.
Muted.
Sorry, because I was doing this over here. Whoa.
And aren't we on the same team, LDG?
Oh, now that
no, because I most likely lost.
Now that it displeases him, Anzo, no, you are no longer on the same.
I know, backstabber.
Okay, well, God, I hate this. I hate being the one that has to figure out points, because then I come up with this. All right. Here you go, guys. This is where we stand right now. I have to figure out how to get the three of you off of a tie.
Good Lord. How's JJ got 270? Come on, man.
You know?
Because he got 100.
JJ did a good job.
He named just about every... The one game I was waiting for you guys to say, and I know it's not the greatest game, is Dark Forces. Dark Forces is
come on. That ain't even that good.
Never
shut up. But Ords, I give you credit because, dude, I don't hear that enough about episode 1 on PS1.
Yeah.
I loved that game.
That was fun.
The other one I don't...
My big one back then was the Jedi Power Battles.
That Power Battles was good. I ain't mad at Power Battles.
So the other one that I loved was Obi-Wan on Xbox. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did like it.
It was all right.
It had some cool ideas where you had to rank up, you had to pass trials and stuff. I liked that idea. Okay. Well, the three of you are tied. How would you like this to be decided? By a wheel?
How else would you do it?
You're the host, buddy.
I'd wonder how you would bring the question of the 5 questions back, and I think I'll roll my dice if you have 5 questions.
I don't have 5 questions because I wasn't planning on doing that. I guess I could bring you guys back. I could come up with 5 questions, and I could bring you guys back on Sunday on the weekly wrap up.
I know. We got to have a definitive. So if the only other option is the wheel, or I don't know, popular vote in the chat is the only other thing I could think of.
All right.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo works.
All right. How about this? I'll bring up these. I'll bring this up, and we're gonna do.
How about you do it in reverse? How about you put everybody's name in, right? and you keep spinning the wheel until you remove everybody but the last person.
I will do this. I like that. That makes sense. So we will do this.
Watch I actually win the first round this time.
All right, camera's back.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I gotta let it do I have to allow
No, go ahead. Leave Ords on there twice.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
I have to allow it to
Oh,
have
I see what you're doing.
doubles.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Then we'll do
Makes it more diverse.
hold on, now I have to add people. So we'll go up to 20. There we go. Alright, so that's weird. I don't know why it won't do that. Weird.
What are you trying to do? Increase the spots?
Yeah, and I did, but okay. Alright, so that's what it'll allow. So you each get 3.
But I'm only there twice.
1, 2. Oh, see, there you go.
Oh, I like that.
No.
So that way you have to get removed 3 times in order to be out. It's cool.
That's weird. There's 3 names. You should be up there 3 times, each of you.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna copy it, and we will do this.
Make it happen.
New. Not gonna look pretty,
Hello.
but it's gonna allow it to do this. I don't want to put Anzo by him like together with himself, so we will put him right there. All right. What I need, and this is going to be determined by the person who has the most points right now. JJ, how many spins of this wheel am I going to make?
There's 3 people, so spin it 3 times.
3 times. Let's go to customization. How many? Oh wait, there we go. Cancel. I now know what I did wrong. There we go. Customize. It's right here. There we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now it's on there. But I still want to put this cut and put him in.
Do it.
Hold on just a second. All right. 3 times, and each time I will remove a name and randomize it. Okay? Anzo. How many seconds?
15.
15. Fair enough. The next spin, I will ask Ords for how long, and then I will ask LDG. That means every one of you has some factor in this to decide this. There you go. Trigonometry is great, isn't it, kids? Yes, that's right. Okay. Shuffle. Spin.
Go, baby, go. Oh, yeah, Big Daddy.
That just means you lose a spot.
Oh, that means I lose a spot? That sucks.
Yeah, you don't want to get picked. It's the reverse.
That's all right.
All right. I will shuffle them, and I will go here. Ords, how long?
I don't know. Right there.
You want to stay at 15?
Sure.
Okay. Another spin.
Here it goes. It's all downhill for me and shit. Look at that.
Oh, man.
Look at that. Isn't that.
I don't know, because it's picked you both times. The third time, you might pick you again. This is it. This is going to determine who wins. LDG.
What? Oh, so whoever gets picked now wins?
Yep.
What the? Okay. All right. Go for the full 25.
You want 25 seconds?
Yep.
You can go up to 60.
Yeah. 25 is enough.
25 seconds. I already shuffled it, and here we go. This is the number 2.
Oh, garbage.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
Fucking vindication.
I hate this game.
Vindication. I went
Never coming
5
back.
fucking minutes and I got tied with these guys. Vindication.
Yeah. You
Good job,
recycle more than I
Good
do in a
job.
week.
No,
Yeah, good
never
job.
coming back.
Congratulations.
Never coming back.
No, I meant what I said at the beginning.
oh, listen to you.
I said at the beginning. Of the
Chris
show,
alters what I said. You should keep removing names until one name with that person wins. But
Hey,
that's fine.
like-
Congratulations, Anzo. Great match. JJ,
said,
good match. Boards.
Like I said at the beginning of the show, I wished everybody luck, and I meant that sincerely. Anzo,
Good
good
stuff,
job.
man.
Congrats,
Good stuff.
Hanso.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Good luck to all
So,
you guys. Good game to all you guys.
Anzo
Yeah.
and JJ move on to February, what did I say, 4th?
Yeah.
February 4th, you guys are in the grand finale. Oh, boy.
Well, good thing I
Craziness.
didn't win because I'm never coming back.
Oh,
Is that
come
how-
on, Ords.
Is that how
Don't
you're
say
going to
that.
be? Is that how you're going to be?
I like the weekly.
Listen,
Rumble, man. It's
because
good. That's fun.
we got winners now. So next time,
I'm
next-
coming
next-
hard.
After this,
My hair
after the
prep for this.
4th, we're full on. Everybody gets on that
All right.
wheel. We're going to spin for another one.
Hold
we're going
on.
to do it again. So that means 8 weeks will go by, unless we have a tie, which sometimes happens. But once we have 8 names on that wheel, we start the next tournament of champions. So, Anzo, I'm going to let you go second. I'm going to let. This is the order we're going to go in. We'll go around. JJ, tell everybody about yourself, where you're from, how you doing, all that great stuff. Just let it all out.
How am I doing? I'm doing good right now. I got a little
Good,
buzz
good.
kicking.
Speaking of,
I'm right. Giggity. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JJ. You find me a little bit of everywhere. You find me on Sundays right now in 3 different spots, and I apologize, Anzo. You'll find me earlier the evening, right here on Chris Knight's channel for the weekly wrap up. You'll find me later on that evening over on Biggaford Entertainment, which is Anzo Hodges here channel for the One Division Roundtable, so we can talk some more about that shit. And then later on that night, over on HanStar's channel, doing Name That Tune or Jackbox Game Night. He alternates every other week for each. Come by, check those shows out, and you can catch me on my channel on Monday nights for randomness at its finest. My weekly live stream, random panel, random topic situation. Come by, check it out, like, share, subscribe, all the stuff that goes with it. And then you'll catch me on Tuesday night over on Biggaford Entertainment once again, and simulcast over on Khaos Central for the Khaos list with Anzo Hodges, Danny Graham, Chris Knight, myself, LDG Pixels, sometimes here later, Eli Who, and the latest edition, Geishkar, which is a welcome edition. Man does such a great job, and he's on point with his topics and his opinions. And then last but not least, you will find me right here on the Weekly Rumble every once in a while. Sometimes as a contestant, if not a combatant, as I like to say, or sometimes he brings in and I play the absolute wild card. Great job, everybody. I'm proud of all of you. I had a blast, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And that's it, Chris.
Yes, I know. I got you.
Thank you.
I had another devious plan. I could go ahead and make the 4th like the eliminator and bring in a 5th person, so 4 people go up against each other on the 4th, the ones that didn't make it, and the winner of that one the next week comes in and we have a 5-way.
I'll call complete and utter fucking bullshit, because that's not fair.
Not at all.
That's like
Hanzo,
us
go ahead.
that's like us going at it. Then Allie wins the shit, and she ain't even been up here because of that
That's a
fucking
good
wheel.
idea. Allie should be the fifth. Very good. No, go ahead.
What's up,
Hanzo.
guys? Biggaford Entertainment. I do appreciate all you guys on the panel. It was fun tonight. It was fucking competitive. And if I had lost this game, I would have been pissed. But with that being said, man, it was real fun. You guys kept me on my toes. JJ, you screwed me. I got revenge for you when we get into the championship round, bro. Remember, I am coming for you.
That's the whole point of it, bro. It's all about the wheel.
I'm coming for you. Well, with that being said, Chris, great show, man. I loved it. Biggaford Entertainment. Like I said, Saturday we're going to be doing Square One, so we're back to that. Sunday, join us for a WandaVision roundtable. I'm going to hook up the things so you guys can see it there and have it there, notification, click the bell and all that stuff. Other than that, man, Chris, great show. Peace out, guys.
Ah, yes. And up next, we'll go to Mr. Ords Bored.
Hey,
Tell everybody about
what's
yourself.
going on? First of all, I just want to say congratulations to JJ. He deserves it.
Thank you.
Great dude, and he came to play tonight, and it just goes to show you guys, calm and collective wins the race. With that being said, I am Ords, and you guys can find me here at the Boardroom, where I'm doing pop culture commentary and news during the week, video game streams on the weekend. You guys can find me here Friday night at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time doing Mario Kart with some big names. I'd say a few big names come by and hang out. We usually start right up after your favorite Friday show. So come hang out at the Friday night after party. You can also find me Sunday night at Sunday Night Hangs in Video Games, where we do a more in-depth video game, RPGs, first-person shooters, that sort of thing, with a crew of guys. We just love to laugh. We love to have a good time. So we like to end the work week with fun and chaos. We like to begin the work week with fun and chaos. You guys can find me on my channel, youtube.com/Ords Bored. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. All the other mines as well. You can find me on mines. I'm there. Yeah, guys, come hang out. This place, my channel, is a place where people can come relax and just unwind and be themselves. So it is a very welcoming place. So hopefully you guys come hang out. And I want to extend a very big thank you to the panel tonight. All of you guys are awesome. I love hanging out with you guys, man. It's good to hang out with you again, Pickles. But most importantly, my brother, who I have watched climb this platform, who set a goal, made the goal, not only made it, it exceeded it. This is a dude to look out for. This guy's my brother, man. Thank you so much to Chris Knight of The Real Review 3000 and Chaos Central for having me, brother. I remember when you were at 500 subs, and now look at you, dude. You are just killing the game. And big hello to Dandelion Fluff in the chat. How you doing, darling?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Damn, that broke my heart. He's like, JJ deserved to win. I didn't get no. You deserve to win either. I'm like, oh no! Wow.
God damn it! I wish it was me.
You know what? Okay.
Like, look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I will be in the chat for that final game. And Chris, if you need a commentator or something, you let me know. I'll show up to that because I want to see these boys go at it, man. Because it's gonna be a good one.
All right. Last but not least, the man who needs no introduction, the man who hates in-game and wants to reshoot it. Here he is, LDG Pixels, not Pickle.
What's going on, Josh? And by the way, Chris, if you want to present your awards, I sent you the rewards in DM for Anzo, JJ, and Ords Bored.
Yeah, I seen, man. We're gonna have to fix that one, bro.
You have to fix it?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Whatever. That's all good. We'll take care of that. What's going on, guys? LDG Pixels here. Join my support channel where I help people with computer issues, whether you have a Mac, PC, tech, software, hardware, you name it. I do it, guys. I can fix it. Most likely save you time and absolutely save you money. If any issues you have, hit me up on LDG Pixels and on my entertainment channel, which is recently renamed to Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica. That's right. When nerding out turns you on, remember it's not porn, it's nerdrotica. Recently with the waiting room, the place to stream between the streams. If you're not watching any of these fine people, join us in the waiting room. It's a place to hang up your feet, relax, open topics, open panels, watch parties, you name it. We like to have some fun, especially when the YouTube notification bell breaks. come see, and I'll let you know who's streaming, who's on, what's not, and about YouTube channel. Also, Free the Net, Project Prometheus. That's right, a true public forum where you get to control your digital footprint and have power over what you want to see, think, hear, say, and do on the internet. Also, breaking news: Matrix 4 just got an interesting screenshot, starring our very own.
Beautiful.
It's going to be awesome, guys. Can't wait for Matrix 4. Thank you very much. Ords, Anzo, JJ, even you, Chris. Enjoy hanging out with you guys. What you guys do.
He's like, yeah, you too, Chris. Sure, why not? We'll just throw you in there.
He sees me all the damn time.
I don't know how you got out of the cage in the vault I locked you in, but I do appreciate you, man. Everything you do, bro.
That
Seriously.
wasn't me. That was the ego.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
All right, really quick here. I'm going to share this, Ords, that it was your Weekly Rumble champion certificate.
That's hot. That's hot. You see that? You see that, Mike? That's professional right there. That was live, right? C2E2, my dudes. All right, live.
JJ. Now, Anzo, if you want me to show
you
yours.
can show it.
Okay, cool. All right. I just want to make sure.
That's pretty dope.
JJ, I like that. I like yours, Anzo, but
I like the original photo I had of Anzo was horrible. I thought that one was killer.
What do you guys think? Maybe I didn't see the finish. Go ahead. Okay.
I mean, looks like he's about to take your head off.
You look like you're about to whoop some ass, bro. What's up with that?
Turn him into Sam Jackson, man. What is
dude?
Up
He
with
looks like Samuel Jackson though with that face. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass, and you know I am.
Yeah, that's the. Do you know who? Do you know who I am?
You know who the fuck I am?
Yeah, that works.
It's kind of that. I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. All right. There's your guys' certificates. I will make sure they get to you very, very soon, and I will post them in a.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and frame a copy of that for me. And then just go ahead and ship it to my
digital
address.
Wind, digital breeze,
print it out,
digital
go to Michael's, get a nice frame.
No, that's too, no. Look, I'll
FedEx
just
overnight.
No, I'll just have Chris Knight handle it. He's not busy or anything. He can do it.
I do have a second or two in about 3 weeks. So
send it to me. I'm gonna put it up here on the wall. No, I'll print it out.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, guys. I am Chris Knight. This is the Real Review 3000, the Weekly Rumble, round 1 of Tournament of Champions. JJ Anzo, congratulations. You move on to February 4th. The Super Bowl is before the Super Bowl.
So real guys, quick, Chris, quick, I want to give a shout out to the Alternator in the chat. He's been dropping links for us tonight.
Yes.
I greatly appreciate it.
What up?
I do too.
That means a lot. I appreciate it severely.
It has been, I have always been looking for like a mod. I am still looking for a mod. Thank you very much, Austin. Really
I don't think you are anymore. I think you got one.
Yeah.
Well, if he wants to do it, he's got the job. I love it. I need it. So, all right, guys. With that said, thank you, everybody. Be here next week, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. If you're overseas, look it up on your computer, and it'll tell you when that is. So, with that said, guys, everybody, say goodbye. Oh, by the way, there you go.
Goodbye!
It's Ethan.
Ethan, what's up, bro?
Yo, Ethan looks like he's down to smoke. What's
we
up,
all pausing
Ethan?
for the camera. It's like,
how you doing, Ethan?
He's like, peace. He was like,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Hey guys, thanks for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to both channels, and make sure to check out our friends in the Fandom Minutes. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and BitChute, and you can also send us an email at Sean@SeanStackHouseReacts.com and Chris Knight at TheRealReview3000.com. Be sure to swing by our Teespring store to pick up some awesome merchandise.